near the concession stand at the southwest corner of Wildcat Stadium. These are tonight's Friday Night Lights restaurants: Dunn Brothers, Red Savoy Pizza, Wildcats Bar and Grill, and Jersey Mike's Sandwiches. Again, the Friday Night Lights vendors are located near the concession stand at the southwest corner of Wildcat Stadium. Also, a special thank you to our sponsors for Eagan Wildcat football, which include Tide Dry Cleaners of Apple Valley, who clean the game jerseys. Corporate sponsors, including Tide Dry Cleaning, Cooper's, Northern Metal Recycling, Dominic's Pizza, and Applebee's. And our charitable gambling sites for Eagan Wildcats football: Cooper's, New Bohemia, and Fiesta Cancun. Wildcat fans, the Eagan Wildcats cheer team is coached by Jessica Schmidt, assisted by Kelly Paul. A big thank you to our Wildcat cheer team for all that they do to add spirit to our home football games. Ladies and gentlemen, a big warm hand and a welcome for our Eagan Wildcats cheer team. Coming up at halftime of tonight's game will feature a performance by the Eagan Wildcats fall dance team, and we'll have our halftime punt, pass, and kick contest, which tonight's contestant is Carly Chakleski, a senior from the Wildcat girls soccer team.
And a good evening, everybody, from Wildcat Stadium here on the campus of Eagan High School. Welcome to the 2016 high school football season. The kickoff game as your Stillwater Ponies are on the road taking on the Eagan Wildcats. This is your Pony pregame show brought to you by David Wick, located out there in the Liberty Village. I think that's off of Manning Avenue. Our pregame show here on KLBBradio.com and also on TJSportsOnline.net. Our broadcast courtesy of Dr. David Wick, Ostrowski Insurance, Stillwater Community Education, Justin Plumbing, Famous Days of Stillwater, State Farm Agent Aaron Ruck, the First National Bank, River Falls, McGarry Carney Insurance, the Youth Service Bureau, Anita White Homes, and Pink Moose Boutique. Again, our pregame show brought to you by Dr. David Wick, and we're going to take our first break. We'll come back, and we'll visit with head coach Bo Labor. But right now, this time out, this is Pony Football on KLBBradio.com and on TJSportsOnline.net. And as always, the first game, we're having problems with our audio. There we go.
When you play sports, sometimes you get injured, and proper care after the injury is critical to healing. This is Dr. David Wick from the Holistic Chiropractic Center in Liberty Village. I've been treating athletes for years, and when the recovery is slow, it's usually due not just to the injury itself, but something else happening in the body. I work with athletes and everyone else to find what that is and to return to normal health. Putting the health back into healthcare, this is Dr. David Wick. Call 651-342-2083 or go to drdavidwick.com.
Hi, Anita White with Coldwell Banker Burnett. I go beyond selling your home. I would love to assist you in the big decisions and transitions of your life. Find me at anitawhitehomes.com.
Central Bank is proud to serve you in 22 locations. From the moment you walk in the door, you'll see that Central Bank isn't like other financial institutions. They genuinely care about their customers and strive to help them find the right solutions for all of their banking needs. With 22 locations and an array of convenient services, including mobile banking and online bill pay, banking has never been more convenient. Visit Central Bank online at centralbnk.com for a complete list of locations and hours. Central Bank and you, building lasting relationships. Member FDIC.
Continues this Thursday night, a pregame show. It's time for the coaches section. My first visit with head coach Bo Labor as they get ready for Eagan here in just a few minutes. A lot of things to cover, and let's talk about the summer. And I know the State High School League loosened the rules up a little bit. How much time did you get to a chance to spend with your team?
Well, for the most part, it's the same as it was last year with the new rules coming down. We're allowed to work with our varsity guys and really anybody 7 through 12 for 11 sessions. A session means something different to particular schools. To us, that means as short as 45 minutes and as long as 2 hours. There are some schools that will use a session as a two-a-day practice where they can practice and then they have to have a 2-hour break and then they can practice again. So they could literally get 22 2-hour practices if they really wanted to. We just try and get 11 sessions, 4 of which are 2-hour practices, and then we want kids to be kids in the summer.
All right, 11 sessions. Does that also include 7-on-7, or is that something different?
Well, technically, we could coach at 7-on-7 events. We chose not to, and it doesn't include our weight room sessions, which are for the most part 4 days a week. And I think it's a pretty good thing overall, limiting the contact and limiting the time that we're spending with football. The only problem with the system is that they haven't done it for hockey and basketball and all the other sports that are going pretty much every day all summer.
All right, you've been at it for 3 weeks. Let's talk about this new squad. We got blitzed by graduation last year, over 50 young men moving on. Numbers are down a little bit, but what do you have on the varsity?
Well, we're used to losing a lot to graduation. There's pretty much every year that I've been fortunate to be here, we say goodbye to more than or almost 20 starters. So that's not anything new, and we only bring back 3 starters. We graduate our snapper, holder, kicker, and punter. That's not anything new to us. The one thing that is new and a little bit disappointing is last year we had almost as many seniors as this year we have varsity players. With 55 seniors and down to about 60 juniors and seniors with just 2 small classes of football right next to each other. So that's been different for us. It's a little bit of a challenge for us. We are working hard to make sure that we keep both our 9th and 10th grade at 50 this year and then get all those guys back out for football next year and get those numbers back up.
All right, let's talk about a lot of question marks. You talked about graduating all of those starters, and has this 2-3 weeks answered some questions?
For the most part, we've got a pretty good idea of the guys that we're going to go into the game with. We got one offensive starter back in Mitch Bankin at tight end. We've got Graham Lobsher and Austin Murr, 2 defensive backs that started half of the season last year. Otherwise, we've got to replace all those guys. And, with the smaller numbers, there hasn't been as much competition at each of the positions. But we think we've pretty much got it nailed down outside of how we're going to scramble with a few injuries that took place during practice last week. Fortunate to come out of our scrimmage healthy as far as Saturday was concerned. So there's a little shuffling at the offensive line. There's a little shuffling at wide receiver. There's a little shuffling at linebacker. But for the most part, we've got the guys that we're going to go into Thursday's game zeroed in on, and we have a lot of guys that should be hungry as they play their JV game on Friday.
Scrimmage Saturday, Maple Grove, Lakeville North, Tino Grace, and how did that go? Tough competition.
Well, I think if you asked coaches, and I think the media will probably have a pretty good beat on this, for a top 5, I think that you'd get all 3 of those teams ranked in the top 5. Lakeville North was an opponent of ours last year, a real tight game with them, led 4 times. Including 7 points in the 4th quarter, and just couldn't find a way to put them away. They went on to the state tournament and lost a close game to the eventual state champions. They got 17 of those starters back. Totino Grace lost to the eventual state champion in the state semifinals, and they have 17 starters back. And Maple Grove lost to the eventual state runner-up in the first round of the state tournament. They lost quite a few guys to graduation, but they've got a number of kids that were 3-year starters for them that are seniors now, and they had a couple of nice pieces. And overall, great competition. But we held our own. We don't really worry too much about the scores and stuff like that. But if you were counting, we were scoreless in one of those contests, and we gave up one score to Tino Grace with a few of our twos in, and we gave up a score to Lakeville North pretty early on. Actually, they're pretty tough, but our guys held their own, and we got a lot of good work in. And our kids had fun, and we came out of it healthy. And it's a great way to set the bar high starting a 6A football season.
All right, before we talk about Eagan, during the off season, some community involvement by the team. You had your picture day with all the kids in the grandstand. You had your day with the moms and so on. So you've been keeping the players busy.
Yeah, our guys are well on their way to putting in those 1,500 hours of community service, giving back to people with special needs, elderly, people who are hungry, both in our community and abroad in the world, putting time into our youth football program, outreach to our youth football program. We've got a couple of other events that we put on, and as you mentioned, we had a good session with about 35 moms where we worked on some form tackle drills. We taught them how to run power, and they understand our heads-up tackle lingo, and just kind of celebrated the fact that they're moms of football players, which is a really special thing. So our guys have been really busy. We ask a lot of them. They every year find a way to respond. And we got a good group of kids, and now they gotta show all the hard work and effort and brain power they put into an off season and a 2-a-day session.
Eagan Wildcats 4-6 last year. New head coach, not a lot of starters coming back. What do you know about your opponent?
Yeah, they've got kind of their do-everything gadget guy who will be their quarterback. Gus Klunder is his name. He'll take most of their snaps, so I would imagine he probably won't be moving around. He probably won't be returning kicks and punts. But they did a little bit of everything with him last year. He was their most successful ball carrier, and he's definitely going to be probably the most athletic kid on the field on Thursday night. We got to do a great job of containing him and not letting him extend plays and throw the ball down the field. Play good assignment, zone read football, defensive football. They got two of the guys that played quite a bit of tight end for them are back, and then one of the guys that carried the football a little bit for him is also back. Defensively, they've got a linebacker and a key sub at linebacker back. So number 34, heck of a linebacker at 6 foot 222. He was good for him last year. He'll be great for him this year. If we don't block him, we could be in for a long night. If we do block him, then we're going to be able to move the ball. Biggest thing for us is it's the same as it always is. If we can get the running game going and we can play good assignment defensive football, we'll do well with taking care of the football, and we'll be disciplined despite the fact that a lot of teams have the penalty bug on the first game. We expect to get in there and be in good shape as far as that's concerned. We do have younger guys out there, though. We're going to have more juniors and a couple of sophomores out there, which is very abnormal for Stillwater football. But it's where we are. It's who we're going to be, and they're going to have to grow up fast.
All right, we'll talk names when we visit next week, but we'll take a look at you on Thursday night. And again, welcome back, sir, and we'll talk again.
Well, we're very lucky to have you back. This must be our third or fourth season. We're very lucky to have you, and we're very lucky to have the radio covering us and making sure that everybody has a chance to follow the ponies. And hopefully we'll have a good crowd out on Thursday at Eagan and get this season started right.
All right, that is head coach Bo Labor. That is the coaches section of our Pony pregame show brought to you by Dr. David Wick. And everybody, I'm Tom Witchin, voice of the Ponies, as mentioned in my fourth year, actually my 42nd year overall. You can tell by the gray hair. The Ponies coming in to the 2016 season decimated by graduation over 50 seniors. Last year they went 6-4. They did lose to Eagan in the opening game of the season 30-13, but came back and defeated Roseville, lost to Cretin-Durham Hall at 8th Ridge, and then beat Woodbury, Mountain View, White Bear Lake, and Forest Lake. Champlin Park in the playoffs before Lakeville North would end our season. The Eagan Wildcats, their season last year, that win over Stillwater at Paulding Stadium, 30-13. But they lost 4 of their next 5. They did have a win over Eastview in the middle of that. And they did defeat Farmington, won their opening game of the playoffs, defeating Centennial 24-21. And their season came to a close with a loss to Tina Grace. Tina Grace getting to TCF Bank Stadium, that 35-11 win. Again, this is your Pony pregame show from Wildcat Stadium here on the campus of Eagan High School here in the south suburbs. And we'll be back and check out starting lineups and have more for you after this time out. This is Pony Football on KLBBRadio.com and also on TJSportsOnline.net.
Critical to healing. This is Dr. David Wick from the Holistic Chiropractic Center in Liberty Village. I've been treating athletes for years, and when the recovery is slow, it's usually due not just to the injury itself, but something else happening in the body. I work with athletes and everyone else to find what that is and to return to normal health. Putting the health back into healthcare, this is Dr. David Wick. Call 651-342-2083 or go to drdavidwick.com.
Retirement. Wow. You are going from working full-time to what are you going to do with all that free time?
Well, I'll be taking Zumba classes. I'm also going to learn how to use my new smartphone. And get this, Frank and I are going to Italy.
Wow. How are you going to do all that?
Through Stillwater Community Education.
Stillwater Community Education? Like through the school district?
Yes, exactly. Through Stillwater Community Education.
I thought their classes were just for kids.
No, Community Ed has tons of activities for adults. Fitness, technology, arts and crafts, and I think I've talked Frank into that ballroom dancing class too.
How did you find out about all of this?
The Stillwater Community Education catalog. It came right to my mailbox. But you can also go to stillwaterschools.org/beactive.
Okay, so it's stillwaterschools.org/beactive. Good. Now maybe I can go to Italy. Ciao.
For more information, go to stillwaterschools.org/beactive.
Again, this is your Pony pregame show. I'm Sam Witch and Travis Monroe is on camera tonight, getting us on the air here on TJSportsOnline.net. This broadcast a presentation of my company, TJ Broadcast Services. And other games going on tonight as we kick off 2016. Beautiful night, not a cloud in the sky. Game time temperatures probably in the low 70s. Backers at Hutchinson tonight. Brainerd at Elk River. Burnsville at Roseville. Centennial is at Prior Lake. Champlin Park at Minnetonka. Chaska at Spring Lake Park. Cooper, Bloomington, Jefferson. Creech Durham Hall is at Lakeville South. Delano at Zimmerman. De La Salle is at Holy Angels. Edina at Andover. Forest Lake at Apple Valley. Hopkins at Coon Rapids. Lakeville North at Eastridge. Minneapolis Roosevelt at Minneapolis South. That was an afternoon game. Minneapolis Southwest at Minneapolis Henry. Moore at St. Paul Harding. Norwood Young America at Belle Plaine. Austria at Maple Grove. Rosemont at Whitefield Lake. Shakopee at Anoka. Assembly at Park Cottage Grove. St. Cloud Cathedral at Holy Valley. Katina Grange at Eden Prairie. Waconia at Irondale and Wayzata at Blaine. And a slew of games also to be played tomorrow night. Here in this first week of September, the Eagan Wildcats are making their way back onto the field. And we'll get this kickoff, national anthem, and all that underway here in just a bit. Again, this is your Pony pregame show brought to you by Dr. David Wick, located in the Liberty Village. And we'll be back with the starting lineup for tonight's contest after this timeout.
First National Bank of River Falls offers you big bank products with the exceptional community bank personal service you deserve. With smartphone and iPad products from First National Bank of River Falls, it's possible to bank from anywhere, at any time. Use your mobile device to check your balance, transfer funds, pay bills, and deposit checks. You can even open a checking or savings account. Get connected and visit fnbrf.com for more information. First National Bank of River Falls, member FDIC.
And welcome back again to Wildcat Stadium. The toss has been conducted, and the Stillwater Ponies won the toss, deferred their choice to the second half. And they are on the field. They answer on the Eagan Wildcats in the all blue uniforms with the gray numerals and a trim. And we'll get to the starting lineups for tonight's contest. But right now, let's go down to the field And our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screaming, and the rockets anchored above bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And our national anthem. The Stillwater Ponies under head coach Bo Labor. Here's their starting offensive unit. A lot of new names. Tight end, one of the captains, Mitch Bankett, 6'1", 215, and the senior. And the offensive line, Devontae Hatcher, 6'3", 270, and he's a junior. Nels Woods, a 6 foot, 205-pound senior. At center is Logan Patzner, 6'2", 320, and a senior. Right guard is Charlie Meyer, 6 feet, 240, and a senior. And the right tackle is a sophomore, Trenton Atwood, goes 6'4", and a 210. The wideouts for your ponies are Fisher Jacobchek, 5'11", 165, and a senior. His brother Noah's on defense. At quarterback is Grayson Hosh, yet another of our four captains, 5'9", 170 pounds, and a senior. And the other wideout is Michael Stanton, 6'4", 180, and a senior. The running backs, Cody Bensky, 6'3", 210, and a junior. And a Mason Green, 6'2", 165, and he is a junior. And that's your starting offensive lineup for the Ponies. And now for Ben Hansen and the Eagan Wildcats, here is their offensive unit. And the wideouts, when they play the spread offense, 4 wideouts, 1 running back. Tim Yetzer, a senior. Jack Gallus, a senior. Jake Wilcox, a senior. And Grant Weiss, a senior. The offensive line for the Wildcats, Nick Fillmore is one tackle. The other one is Andrew Dunkel. The guards are Ryan Dembski and Jack Rushwater. He's a junior. And Ben Liren, he's a junior. And Gus Kalender, you heard Bo Labor talk about him. He is the quarterback. He's a senior. And in the backfield is Jaden Plonsky, and he is a senior. And that's your starting lineups, and that'll wrap up the Pony pregame show brought to you by Dr. David Wick. And we'll be back with more, including the kickoff in just a bit.
When you play sports, sometimes you get injured, and proper care after the injury is critical to healing. This is Dr. David Wick from the Holistic Chiropractic Center in Liberty Village. I've been treating athletes for years, and when the recovery is slow, it's usually due not just to the injury itself, but something else happening in the body. I work with athletes and everyone else to find what that is and to return to normal health. Putting the health back into healthcare, this is Dr. David Wick. Call 651-342-2083 or go to drdavidwick.com.
As an independent insurance agency, Ostrowski Insurance has been protecting and serving the community for over 3 decades. John Ostrowski explains the benefits of being independent agents.
Because we represent multiple companies, we are able to customize your business or personal insurance to accommodate your specific needs. My daughter Ashley and I are committed to customer service, building long-term relationships, and providing peace of mind to those we serve.
Ostrowski Insurance offers policy coverage through over 50 companies. We are happy to offer a free, no-obligation quote so we can shop for the best product at the best price.
Ashley and I love to serve the Stillwater area. That is why we are active in the Chamber of Commerce and local community.
And I'm a proud Stillwater pony, so serving my hometown and the surrounding area has a large place in my heart.
Call John and Ashley at the Ostrowski Insurance Agency, 651-439-0019. That's 651-439-0019. Or go to ostrowskiinsurance.com.
And the kickoff brought to you by Ostrowski Insurance. Thank you for coming on board. Tyler Cullen will kick it off for the Ponies. Defending the goal to our left. It's a crosswind. And I'm not sure how we're seated, east, west, north, or south. Anyway, He'll be kicking off left to right, deep to receive for the Eagan Wildcats. Jaden Plonsky and Caden Gage. And the 2016 Pony Football Campaign is about to get underway here on Club 1220, KLB or KLBBRadio.com, and on TJSportsOnline.net. Cullen coming forward, end over end kick, and very short. And it is taken and then dropped by Gage. Gage across the 25-30 and out to the 32-yard line before he's brought down on special teams by the Ponies. Thomas Brucey, a defensive back, and Eagan with first possession in this ball game. They're going to mark it at their 32-yard line. Again, we're just sent away here from Wildcat Stadium on a gorgeous September night. We'll check out the Pony defense here in just a bit. As again, Gus Kalender is the quarterback. He has 3 receivers set, plus the tight end. That tight end being Tim Yetzer. Kalender, and on the give, right side, nothing doing. Good defense. The handoff to Jaden Plonsky, and that Pony defensive line staffed him for no gain in the play. Second down and 10 from the 32. For the Ponies, a 3-4. Noah Jakubchek, Connor Weiss, and Tyler Olson up front. And no huddle offense. Kalender and Gus hand off again to Plonsky and up the left side. And he's met at the pass. Cutting him off was Alex Ocean, the senior inside linebacker for the Ponies. As Plonsky picks up a couple of yards to the 34-yard line. Third down and 8. The rest of that Pony defense. I mentioned Alex Ocean, part of the 4 linebacking crew. Noah S., Zach Conley, and Andrew Weisbrod. So third down and 8 near hash mark. Kalender back to pass with time. Pulls it down. Being rushed far side. Now throws it downfield. And it's going to be picked off by the Ponies. Picked off by Graham Laubscher. Pass was way underthrown, and Graham Laubscher with a INT. And the Ponies will get the football. And that was underthrown by 10 yards. Graham Laubscher, part of the defensive secondary, along with Thomas Brucey, Austin Murray, and Van Peterson. And the INT, it is Pony football inside their own territory, the 35-yard line. First down and 10. Clock shows 10:56 to go here in the first quarter. Again, Yodoshi Sharon Company. Travis the camera as the new offensive unit for the Ponies coming out of the huddle, and they go I formation. The flanker to the near side is Fisher, Jakubchek. Hand off deep back left side across the 35 and out to the 39-yard line. And the carrier, I believe, was Michael Standen. And a pick of 4 on the play to the 39. Second down and 6. Coming wide to the near side is Michael Standen. Fisher, Jakubchek, and I'm going to have a problem with that all season long. And on the handoff, deep back once again, near side. And on the carry, Mason Green across the 40, 45. And he's got a first down by the length of the football. Call it the 46-yard line, a 7-yard pickup. They needed 6. That is a Pony first down. Again, Grayson Honish coming off a successful JV team from last year. This time a 4 receiver set, 1 in the backfield. Quick slant pass on the flat and is dropped in and out of the hands of Michael Stanton. And on the incomplete, it is second down from the Pony 46-yard line. Mentioned a 4 receiver set as Michael Bird came into the game. And I just see Jeremy Slusher coming out. I think we're going to go back to the set. Yep, the I formation. And receivers both ways. Bank of the tight end on that far side near hash mark. Left or right. Hosh on the quick opener. Give to Cody Bensky. Bensky gets to the line of scrimmage and gets a couple more yards to the 48. And it is third down and 8 for Eagan up front. Isaac Kalowski, Antoine McClenty, Emmanuel Pierce, Matty Pierce, and Justin Burish. The linebackers are Hoa Hillesheim, Owen Sackmaster, and Darby Sorensen. The secondary for Eagan, Blake Holman, Michael Melville, and Ben Zaja, and Johnny Street. It is third down and long. Slot to the far side. Out of the gun. Pulling the ball down is Hosh on the move. Midfield. And then he is stood up and brought down Brought down by Darby Sorensen from his outside linebacker spot. But Grayson gets into Wildcat territory to the 48 from his own 48 to the Wildcat 48-yard line. Pick up a 4th down and 4. And that's going to bring the punting unit out. And our punter this year is going to be Mason Schertler. He's a backup tight end. Mason, 6'1", 190, and a junior. And now we have a flag on the play.
Safety is number 4, John Street.
And John Street is back to receive the punt for the Wildcats. And they pick up the flag. Are they going to mark off a penalty? Inadvertent flag, evidently. All right. So on 4th down at a punting situation, Mason gets the snap. Goodwin gets it off. High booming kick. And Street's going to watch it roll. Take a backwards bounce. No, it's going to roll. Oh, a touchdown at the 1-yard line. Oh, great footwork on special teams down there for the Ponies. Touching it down for Stillwater. At the 1-foot line was Austin Murd, defensive back and Pony hockey player. And it is Eagan Ball from about the 1-yard line, 1st down and 10. 8:46 to go in a scoreless first quarter here from Wildcat Stadium. Just a beautiful punt. Let's see, from the 48 down to about the 1-yard line, 47 yards on the carry. And they're going to have to line up in the backfield, receivers both ways. And a wing back to the near side. Kalunder with Plonsky. Give to Plonsky in the end zone. Safety. No signal yet. There it is. Safety. The defensive unit by the Ponies. They got Jaden Plonsky before he could get out of the end zone. And it is 2-0 in favor of the Ponies on the safety. Give credit to the entire interior defensive line for the Ponies. And the Stillwater defense in this first 4 minutes of 2016 has done a very good job. So 2-0 in favor of you Ponies, as we'll get the kickoff here in just a bit, as this is Pony Football on KLBBradio.com.
Most of us are looking to save money, especially on things we can't even see, like insurance, but inferior insurance is just plain useless. That's why West Bend's home and highway policy makes sense. It protects your home, condo, or rental unit, as well as your car, truck, boat, motorcycle, and snowmobile. It's all on one policy with one bill and one deductible. And with West Bend, you're backed by the knowledge and experience of an independent agent. To find out more, contact the McGarry Carney Insurance Agency at 651-439-6345. That's 651-439-6345.
Well, give credit to Mason Schwarzler for pinning the Wildcats deep at about the 1-yard line. Then the defense went to work and pinned the Wildcats in the end zone 2-0 in favor of the Ponies. Plus, they're going to get the ball back as well. And back to receive for the Ponies is Graham Lomsher and Charlie Richmond. Charlie, a junior, 5'11", 180, linebacker by trade. And the Wildcats have to either kick it away or punt it away. They're going to punt it away from deep in their own end. Again, the wind is a crosswind, favoring either team. A line drive kick, and it's going to go over the head of the Ponies, and Charlie Richard goes back to pick it up, back up field, 30, 31, 32, maybe the 33-yard line. And Ponies, their second offensive possession of the ballgame. Clock shows there 8:37 to go, and a 2-0 first quarter for the Ponies. Pony Football brought to you in part by Ostrowski Insurance. They sponsor our kickoff. Stillwater Community Education, Justin's Plumbing. They sponsor our halftime show. And also brought to you by Famous Dave's of Stillwater. The Ponies break huddle. And coming wide to the near side is Fisher. Kick up, check. I formation, back to pass is Hosh out of the flat. It is complete out of the backfield. Cody Vensky, 45 midfield. Cody lowers his shoulder, bowls over a defender across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line. Now that's 86, not 6. Mitch Benkin, 6'1", 215 pounds, senior tight end. And with the catch, Mitch has the Ponies their second first down of the ballgame. And it's at the Eagan Wildcat 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 12 yards on the play. Slot to the far side, receiver to the near side. As out of the shotgun is Grayson Hosh. Hosh on the give off the left side of the offensive line across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line. The running back was Matt Cromwell, 5'10", 170-pound junior. And I'm trying to get used to all these new names. A pickup of about 4 in the play to, the 41-yard line. Second down and 6 inside Wildcat territory with 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Kick up check to the far side and to the near side. I believe that's Gabe Wagner. Nope, that's a toss sweep near side again on the handoff. He has Matt Crowell, and Matt following the block of Matt Stanton. And he is pushed out of bounds short of the sticks on the near sidelines. And there's a holding call against the Ponies from the spot of the foul of 42. Then will mark it back to the Pony 48-yard line. Penalty on the play. It'll be second down all over again, but second down. And let's see, about 17. Second and 17 for the Ponies. Grayson with a meeting over the far sidelines with Mike as they break huddle. One to the far side. Yeah, Jacob check. And to the near side is Matt Stanton. I formation on a strong right. Quick slant pass. It is complete to Stanton across midfield 45 and out of bounds to the 44-yard line. Michael's also our backup quarterback. He goes about 6'4", and he picked up the 7 yards. It is third down and 10 from the Wildcat 45-yard line, upcoming the fifth play of this drive. And now Cody Bensky will come out. And coming into the ball game at a wideout is Ryan Berg, as they're going to go with the wide receiver set. Stanton and Berg to the far side. And on the near side is Jakubczyk. That's Fisher. From the near hash mark, Greason back to pass with time. Out of the flat, it is caught. First down and then pushed back. Reaching up and making the catch. They give him forward progress. Ryan Berg making the catch. Ryan with his first catch of 2016 by the length of the football. That is a Pony. First down, their third of the ball game. First and 10 from the Eagan Wildcat 35-yard line. And they needed 10 and got about 10 and a half. 7:13 to go in a first quarter that features the Ponies up on that defensive safety 2-0. Pick up check and Stanton to the near side slot, I formation, and slipping handoff near side. And it is Matt Cromwell on the handoff off the left side of his offensive line. Devontae Hatcher, Nels Woods. And Cromwell picks up a couple on the play. They're going to spot the ball at the 32-yard line. Second down and 7 for the Ponies as they go left to right, far hash mark. Pick up check to the far side. Stanton on the near side again. The I formation as Hosh back to pass, rolling near side, dump off pass, and it is incomplete. And it was intended for Cody Bansky coming out of that backfield. Cody onto the flat. And the incompletion will start the clock. Third down and 7 for the Ponies inside Wildcat territory, the 32-yard line. By the way, Pony football tomorrow. The JV team will be right here at Eagan, and that is a 4 o'clock kickoff. And the B-Scout, they'll be hosting Eagan at Stillwater. And that's also a 4 o'clock start time. Again, receivers both ways on a strong right. Bensky and Green. Hosh, handoff in the backfield and across the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. And again, is that Cromwell? No, it's Mason Green. Mason Green on the carry. And again, we're seeing Coach Bo LeBoer running in a lot of different players here, especially in this first game. It is fourth down. Fourth down and 4 from the 29-yard line. And the Ponies are going to go forward on 4th and 4. They bring Cullum. Logan Patzer leads them up to the line of scrimmage. They go double tight end. I formation. In motion is Stanton across the formation to the far side. Hosh gives straight ahead. First down into the secondary. Green's going to the house up. He is tripped up from behind at the 21-yard, the 11-yard line. Good hold off the left side of that offensive line. Mason Green bowls his way into Wildcat territory all the way down to the 13. A 16-yard pickup. And the Ponies had their 4th first down on the ball game. Upcoming the 10th play of this drive. Receivers both ways. The tight end, Mankin, lines up tight on that far side. Bansky and Green give off Green, left side, 1-2 yards maybe before the Wildcats bring him down. And on the stop was Manny Pierce, senior defensive tackle. And a 1-yard pickup, 2nd down and 9 from the Eagan Wildcat 12-yard line. 2-0 Ponies. This broadcast here, courtesy of TJ Broadcast Services, KLVBradio.com, and a TJSportsOnline.net. Not used to seeing an I formation with Zach Knox gun, Stephen Wagner gun. We're going 2 backs. Hosh, fade pattern, corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. Pass intended over on the far sidelines for Fisher. Jacobczyk. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 from the Eagan Wildcat 12-yard line. Ponies home next week against the Roseville Raiders from the stadium. The Eagan Wildcats will be on the road at Lankfield North. This time Hosh will work from the shotgun. Mason Green on his right hip. Hosh rolling near side with time. Throws. And in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Michael Stanton. Stanton had possession of the ball, but right through his hands. 4th down and 9 from the 12-yard line. And we're going to bring in special teams and a field goal attempt here. And indeed, Hosh will hold. And Tyler Cullen will try the field goal from about 30 yards out. 30-yard field goal, far hash mark. Tyler Cullen, again, under the hold of Grayson Hosh. Ball down low, snap. Hosh rolling near side. Grayson pulls it down on his horse head. He has stood up before he get back to the line of scrimmage. And a bad snap, and the ball goes over on downs to the Eagan Wildcats at the 12-yard line. And it is 1st down and 10 with 4:32 to go here in the first quarter. Eagan winning this contest last year by a score of 30-13 at Pony Stadium. So the Pony defensive unit already credited with a sack so far. And Colunder will work out of the shotgun. 3 receiver set. Slide to the far side. Gust to pass. Slant pass. It is complete over the middle and out of the 25-yard line. In on the staff for the Ponies. And the stop was put on by, let's see, Andrew Weisbrod. And again, they go no huddle. It is 2nd down and 1. From the 25-yard line. Handoff left side, 1st down. Across the 25 and out to the 29-yard line. As Jaden Putsky picks up the 1st down. First down of the ball game for Eagan. Now at the 30-yard line. Wildcats again. They go no huddle. Pony 3-4 defense. Colunder, quick pass on the flat. And out on the flat, And the catch is made and then cut down to the flat is Dick Gallus, senior wide receiver. Gallus with a catch out to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. 2nd down and a 7.
Gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Wildcats at their 32.
Jake Wilcox wide to the near side, slot to the far side. And on the handoff again, it is Blonsky. Line of scrimmage, dives ahead off the left side of it, right side of his offensive line, picks up a couple on the plate. And Tyler Olson from his left defensive end spot makes the step. They give him the 33. It is still 3rd down. Still 7 yards ago, 3rd down and 7. And now the new running back is Isley Kawanta, Jr. I hope I didn't butcher his last name too bad. Pass on the flat. It is caught. Pass completion to Jake Wilcox on a slant pattern. And forward progress. Did it get him the 1st down? He did. They needed 7. They got 8 to the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10 as the Wildcats have their 2nd 1st down on the ball game. Wilcox to the near side. Grant Weiss to the far side. Slot in the near side. is Jake Gallus. Again, Kawanta is the running back. Handoff off the right side of the offensive line across the 40, 42, 44-yard line. And it was Jack Gallus running it for the Wildcats. They're going to mark it at the 42. Second down and 9, Wildcat territory. And there's movement on the line. Looked like one of the offensive linemen, Andrew Rudd, moved a little bit. And it is illegal procedure against the Wildcats. That'll back him up 5. Second down and 14 from the 37-yard line. 2-0 Ponies. Closing couple of minutes of this first quarter as we got in video stream here on TJSportsOnline.net.
Second and 14, Wildcats from their 38.
Gallus comes wide on the near side, back trips to the near side. That's the wide side of the field. As Klinder back to pass. The rush is on. He throws on the run. It is complete to Wilcox again. And Jake Wilcox midfield inside Pony territory and down to the 44-yard line. 19-yard pickup on the play. First down of this drive for Eagan. First down and 10 at the Pony 44-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. Wildcats going right to left. And on the keeper, here comes Kalinder. Gus, 45, stiff arms a man and down to the 43-yard line. Van Peterson tripped him up. Then Kalinder dived ahead for a couple of yards. Manny Peterson from the secondary, one of our two defensive captains, the other one being Graham Lomsher. A 1-yard pickup, second down and 9 from the Pony 43-yard line. Slot to the near side, tight end on that far side. And a pass on the flat, crossing pattern, complete to Grant Weiss. Hit as he caught the ball. Did he drop it? He dropped it as he was hit in that secondary. Good hit by that Pony defense. I believe it was Graham Lomsher hit him. And on the incompletion, it is third down and 9 from the Pony 43-yard line. And it was Graham Lomsher credited with that breakup. Slot to the far side, wide receiver to the near side of Jake Wilcox. Out of the gun is Gus Klinder. Klinder on the give, near side. And wants to cross 45, 43, 42-yard line. Then a flag on the play right in the middle of the big pile. Jumping in on the stop for the Ponies. Matt Jansen, defensive end, a senior. And we'll have to see what the penalty is. Second penalty out of the ballgame. Second penalty against Eagan, or is against the Ponies. It is a personal foul against the Ponies, and it's a face mask call. That's a 15-yarder, and they'll mark it all the way down to the Pony 29-yard line. That is a first down. Second penalty against the Ponies. Eagan, time-consuming drive. This started at their own 12-yard line. 12th play of this drive with a minute to go in the first quarter. 2-0 Stillwater. As Gus Klinder, he beat us last year, the senior quarterback, has a 3-receiver set. Isley Kawanta, running back, junior, on his left hip. Klinder back to pass. Airs it out downfield, looking for Wilcox, and it is incomplete. Tommy Brushy goes up. Defending on the pass, Tommy giving away a couple of inches. Tommy broke up the play. It is second down and 10 from the Stillwater 29-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. We'll check out the Pony Sports calendar, but I believe the volleyball team is in action tonight. Pass on the flat, and it is a one-hopper into the hands of Jack Gallus. Volleyball team in action. Tip of the cap to the soccer program. Both the boys and girls soccer teams are 3-0 on the season. Third down and 10. Wildcats. Pony 29-yard line on the incompletion. And they go slot right. Split end to the near side. Yeah, Jaden Plonsky back in the ball game. And now coming in is Grant Weiss with the play. Trip to that far side. Ball right in the middle of the field. As Klinder awaits the snap. And back to pass. Here comes the rush, and he is hit and goes down from the backside. The quarterback sack, Alex Ocean, getting the sack for the Ponies and a loss on the play. And where they're going to give them forward progress, they're going to give them the 35, a loss of 6. And it is 4th down and 16. Ponies had the first sack of 2016. And the Wildcats are going to go for it again. A 4-receiver set, trips to the near side. Split end to the far side. Clutter back to pass. Hit as he throws. And it's going to be picked off. Coming back for the Ponies. Their second INT. Midfield. 45-40. 35. And there's Thomas Brushy again. Brushy, another underthrown football. And Brushy with the second INT. Here's Graham Lomsher with the INT back in the opening drive of the ball game. Tommy with the INT. And takes it all the way back into Wildcat territory. The 30-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter. Again, your score, it is Stillwater 2 and the Eagan Wildcats nothing. As this is Pony Football on KLVBRadio.com and on TJSportsOnline.net.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's Barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Famous Dave's in Stillwater opens daily at 3 p.m. for Stillwater's best happy hour. $4 nachos, $5 wings, and $2 domestic tall boys. That's 3 to 6 daily at Famous Dave's just north of 36 near Greeley in Stillwater.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's Barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Club 1220 KLBB reminds you that the Youth Service Bureau provides quality counseling, chemical health, and parent education services regardless of family income or ability to pay. For more information, visit ysb.net.
Again, you know what you're sharing company here tonight from Eagan High School. Nice to be back with you. Haven't talked to you since the State High School Hockey Tournament last winter. Ponies up to 2-0 lead. Defense. They bend but did not break this time around. 2 INTs. Lomsher has 1. Tommy Brushy has 1. It is Pony Football at the 30-yard line as we start the second quarter. And standing on the near side and to the far side is Jakubczyk. That's Fisher. And the backfield. Is that Cromwell? Yep, that's Matt. And wing back to the far side as well. In motion, near side, the give to Crowell. Matt 30, 29, 28-yard line. Brought down by Johnny Street coming up from his defensive corner spot. And Cromwell picks up a couple of yards on the play. Nope, 2 yards to the 28-yard line. Second down and 8 in Wildcat territory. As Grayson Hash getting his instructions from offensive coordinator Mike Perman. And again, receivers both ways for the Ponies. As Hash back to pass, hit as he throws, and it's way incomplete. Pass intended downfield. And the wide receiver there is Graham Lomsher. Graham playing both ways. Lomsher, that pass way overthrown. Third down and 8 for the Ponies at the Eagan 28-yard line. And the Ponies, their last drive, got down within field goal range, and then a bad snap, and Grayson had to eat the football. And now Lomsher comes out of the ball game at a wide out spot. And back in is Stanton on the near side. Double tight end this time with the I formation as Hosh under center. Grayson, long count, spins. And he gives to the deep back. And on the carry is Cromwell. Matt across the 25 and down to near the 20-yard line. And spotted the ball. They give him the first down. It's right at the chalk line. And they say Michael is about, 2 inches short. Yep. 4th down and inches from the Wildcat 20-yard line. As Hosh coming in. Let's see if they're going to give it to Cody Bensky. I see Cody in there. He's our fullback. Cromwell in the backfield. The up man is Bensky. Double tight end, wide out to the far side is Stanton. Ball in the near hash mark, right to left. Grayson's going to keep it. Wedges his way up the right side of his offensive line. Charlie Meyer, Trenton Atwood gives him the hole, and Grayson has a first down for the Ponies. First down and 10 at the 19-yard line. And for Stillwater, that is their 5th first down of the ball game, as they're in 4-down territory. Again, the last drive, the drive for the Ponies ate up a bunch of time, 12-play drive. Stanton goes wide to the far side. Again, the double tight end for the Ponies. I formation. Hosh under center. Logan Patzner. Get to the deep back. Crowell, 1-2 yards maybe off the right side of his offensive line. And for the blue and gray, coming out to put the snap on him, again, was Manny Pierce, his defensive tackle. And Cromwell has a couple of yards. They're going to give him the 17-yard line. Second down and 8. As we are early second quarter, 2-0 Ponies. Opening night. And with the sun going down, it is starting to get a little chilly. Travis forgot to bring a jacket.
From the 17-yard line.
Stanton goes wide to the far side. Offset eye now. Hosh coming down the line on the option. Grayson's going to keep it himself. He's tripped up. Trying to get to the corner, but from the backside. The Eagan Wildcats shoot the gap, and Justin Murish from his defensive tackle spot, and a loss on the play back to the 20-yard line. Third down and 11. 4-down territory for the Ponies. 9:16 to go in the first half as we got again video stream here on TJ Sports Online.net. Welcome aboard to the broadcast. And I see Stanton coming out of the ballgame. And back in is Fisher. Kick up, check. Fisher to the far side. And on the near side is Ryan Berg. Hot 3-step drop, fade pattern, far side. Looking for Fisher. Knocked down. Beautiful defensive play by Michael Melville from a safety spot. And they try to go fade pattern far side. And broken up by Melville. Fourth down at 11 from the 20-yard line. And we're going to see Tyler Cullen. Nope, looks like the Ponies are going to go for it. On fourth down. Again, a bad snap the last time. And Bensky comes out of the ball game. And Ryan Bird comes in. Bensky, excuse me. The wide outs. Check up, check. To the far side, and on the near side is Berg. And Graham Lobsher. And it is Hosh to throw downfield. Man open. Dive. End zone. And it is touchdown. Late call by the referee, but a touchdown for the Ponies in the corner of the end zone. And didn't see the number over there. It might have been Fisher.
Catch made by number 16, Ryan Berg.
Oh, it's Ryan Berg. Ryan Berg on the catch. The 5'11", 160-pound junior. So with 6 on the board, it is 8-0 Ponies. An 8-play drive. They go 30 yards as Tyler Cullen on to attempt the extra point for the Ponies. Out of the hold of Grayson Hosh. Ball down. Snap. Kick up, and it is good. And a timeout of the field to score your Stillwater Ponies 9, and the Eagan Wildcats nothing. Again, a 7-play drive, and let's see, that used up about 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the touchdown pass at 20 yards from Grayson Hosh to Ryan Berg. This is Pony Football from KLBBRadio.com. And on TJSportsOnline.net.
Hi, this is Leslie Jackson, owner of the Pink Moose Boutique in the Valley Ridge Mall. Find your happy place and be comfy, cozy, and chic at the Pink Moose Boutique.
Friday Night Lights restaurant vendors here tonight.
Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as a master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber.
Coming up at halftime this evening, we'll feature a performance by the Eagan
Whether it's the heat of the regular season or the heart of the playoffs, the Ponies always get a boost from playing at home. And State Farm can boost your savings when you combine your homeowner's insurance with your auto coverage. Hi, this is State Farm agent Aaron Runk, former Pony running back and member of the 1995 state championship team. As your local State Farm agent, I'm here to help boost your savings and protect your family from the unexpected. Give me a call at 651-770-1395 to see what my team and I can do for your family. That's 651-770-1395 or go to runkagency.com.
Thank you, Aaron. Kickoff, far side. It is caught there by Caden Gage. Gage looking near side across the 25, 26-yard line before he is brought down on the play on the special teams by Andrew Weisbrod. And it is Eagan football. 8:36 to go in the first half. 9-0 in favor of the Ponies. The drive for Eagan starting at the 28-yard line. Eagan with a couple of possessions stopped by the Pony defense. First drive of the ballgame. Interception by Graham Blomsher. And the third possession of the ballgame. And a pickup by Tommy Rushi. Man in motion. And on the handoff, deep back. And Quanta across the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. In on the stop for the Pony defensively. For Charlie Richmond, linebacker. 5'11", 180, and a junior. And they'll get him a 3-yard pickup, 31-yard line. Second down and a 7. Gus Klunder, senior quarterback. And on the handoff, no, it is Klunder to keep it. Tries to go wide, far side. The Ponies made him at the pass and bring him down. And it gets one, maybe two on the play. As again, Alex Ocean in on the staff of his inside linebacker spot. Pick up a 1 third down and a full 6 yards to go. The Wildcat 32-yard line, more closer to 3rd and 5. As Klunder receivers both ways, slot to the far side. And on the handoff, Kawante, nothing doing. 1 yard maybe. In fact, did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Stable to the turn by Connor Weiss, our nose tackle. And on 4th down, the Pony defense once again, 4th down. And a punting situation from the Eagle Wildcat 31-yard line. 4th down and a full 6 yards to go with 7:22 to go in the first quarter, or first half. And the Wildcats have punted away 2 back for the Ponies, including Graham Lobsher. And a soccer-style or rugby-style kick, and a very short kick, and it's going to be touched down at the Ponies' 41-yard line. Only about a 28-yard punt. Pony football with 6:54 to go in a 9-0 first half.
First and 10, Ponies from the Stillwater.
Again, the wideout to the near side. Get up check. Stand to the far side. I formation on a strong left. Now Mitch goes in motion, lines up tight, far side. As Hodge under center. Grayson handoff, left side, and it is Mason Green. Green across the 40-41 and out to the 44-yard line. Mason Green, part of a convoy of running backs. I think we've used about 4 so far tonight. Pickup of 3 on the play. It is second down and 7 at the Pony 44-yard line. Ball in the near hash mark as they move right to left. Just about halfway through this second quarter, Pony football. First of hopefully about a dozen games this year. Receivers both ways. Again, the I formation as Hosh back to pass, rolling near side. Out of the flat, it is complete. Cody Bensky, midfield, inside Wildcat territory. And out of bounds, we're at about the 47-yard line. Cody Bensky on the receiving end of that pass. They're going to give him the Wildcat 48-yard line. It is a Pony first down, indeed. First down and 10 for the Ponies. And for Stillwater, that is their 6th first down of the ball game. Inside Eagan territory once again. And the Ponies home against the Roseville Raiders next week. This time a slot to the right side with Jakubchak and Stanton. Ball near Hashbar. Eagan showing blitz. Give to the deep back. And it is Mason Green off the right side of his offensive line. wedges out 2, maybe 3 yards down to the Eagan 45-yard line. Second down and 7. Again, that moving out company up front for the Ponies. Devontae Hatcher, Nels Woods, Logan Patcher, Charlie Meyer, and Trenton Atwood. And Stanton comes out. Down to the ball game at a wideout spot for the Ponies is Matthew McGinley, 5'7", 140, and a junior. He's a little guy. He's in the slot to that far side. As Hosh under center. And play action again. Looking screen, complete out of the flat. Benska again. Cody lowers his head across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. They needed 7. They got about 11. And the Ponies have their 7th first down on the ball game. First and 10 inside Wildcat territory from the 34-yard line. Ponies break huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Receivers both ways. I formation. Give. First man, Bensky. Cody, the big guy, gets 1, 2 yards, maybe 3 yards down to the 32-yard line. No, they're going to give him 2. It is second down and 8 for the Ponies inside Wildcat territory once again. Again, 1 field goal that failed on a bad snap. 1 touchdown. Pony defense setting up the offense with a couple of INTs. Grayson back to pass, throws, and it's a one-hopper. It is incomplete. Hit the turf. As Fisher trapped it against his body. Incomplete. Third down and 8 for Stillwater from the Eagan 32-yard line. Ben Hansen, the new head coach of the Eagan Wildcats. Substitutions in that defensive line as Amir Ireland, senior D lineman, comes to the ball game. Again, Grayson will work with receivers both ways on a strong left. Grayson, give, handoff is Green, and Mason across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. And a pickup of 6, 4th down and 2. And the Ponies have shown a penchant to go for it. And now new wide receivers come to the ball game.
4th and about 2 upcoming for Stillwater.
Was that the field goal unit? No, they are going to go for it. Bensky, the up man in the I formation, actually trips, stacked eye. Give, Green, first down, crossing the 25, and the pile keeps moving. Give them forward progress. And I believe they did down to the 23-yard line. They needed 2, and the Ponies got 3. No signal yet. I'm giving it to them. And now the chain gang agrees with me. 8th first down of the ball game for your Ponies. First down and 10 from the Wildcat 23-yard line. And Mason Green and Matt Crowell and Cody Bansky have been the running backs. Bansky, the up man, deep back is Green. 2 receivers set. As Hosh back to pass. Throws it downfield. Open, wide open, and a caught. Oh, what a catch! What a catch, what a catch! Fisher, Dekupchak with a leaping catch to pull it down. Fisher not that tall, but he is wide open to the corner of the end zone. And the Ponies had their second touchdown of the ball game at 23-yarder from Grayson Hosh. This time to Fisher, Dekupchak, 5'11", 165 junior. And it is now 15-0 in favor of your Ponies. And Tyler Cullen on to attempt the PAT. Ball down. Tyler's kick way wide. And that, oh, they rule it inside the post. All right. Bad banding spot for yours truly. 16-0 in favor of the Ponies. Have the Ponies go 59 yards in 9 plays. There we go. 9 plays, 59 yards. And time off the clock, about 3.5 minutes. Grayson Hosh with a couple of touchdowns here in this first half. Pony football brought to you by Pink Moose Boutique, Anita White Homes, of the Youth Service Bureau, McGarry County Insurance, First National Bank of River Falls, Dr. David Wick. Dr. David sponsoring our pregame show, also brought to you by Ostrowski Insurance. They sponsor our kickoff. Don't forget Justin Plumbing, sponsoring our halftime show. And our ball game also brought to you by State Farm agent Aaron Runk. Pretty good running back in his day of the 95 state tournament team. So 16-0 in favor of the Ponies. 3.5-minute drive as Cullen will kick it off back to receive for the Eagan Wildcats as Plonsky and Caden Gage. Cullen somehow wrapped it around that far post on that PAT. Vantage spot looked like it was headed towards the baseball field. Tyler Cullen from the near hash mark coming forward right to left. And overhand kick far side. It is Cage. Caden at the 15-year sideline, 20, 25. And out to the 30, 31-yard line. Still on his feet. Still on his feet across the 35, 37-yard line. Caden with good leg strength. Finally brought down on special teams by Eric Lent, defensive back, junior. As Eagan has the football in their own territory at the 36-yard line. Clock shows 3:15 to go in this first half. Eagan Wildcats so far in the ballgame, they have 4 first downs. Ponies have doubled that. They've got 8 first downs. As Plunder, Goss, pass on the flat. It is complete and brought down immediately on the play. Catch made by Grant Weiss and hit immediately. Short pass and picked up about 5 on the play to the 41-yard line. Second down and 5 for Eagan. And they continue with the no huddle. Weiss, Noah Jakubchek, and Tanner Olsen are up front. Gus Klunder out of the shotgun. And on the give, running back near side. And breaking a tackle, stiff arming some man. And out of play in front of his own bench is Jaden Plonsky, senior linebacker. Jaden, second effort gets him the 44-yard line. 3-yard pickup, third down and 2. Jake Wilcox go to the far side. Grant Weiss to the near side. On a strong right slot receiver as well. That is Clunder to give off the right side, and Plonsky nose of the football just across the chains, and a first down for the Eagan Wildcats. First down and 10, they wedge it out to the 48-yard line. They need a 4, they got a couple. 2.5 minutes to go. 4 receivers set. They take out the tight end. 4 receivers for the Wildcats. As Clunder back to pass. Gus on the flat, it is knocked away and incomplete. Tommy Roche goes up and knocks it away. Tommy already with a pickup. It is incomplete. Second down and 10 from the Eagan 48-yard line. Pony tennis team was in action today. They were hosting Park Cottage Grove Swimming and Diving, hosting Woodbury today. This time 2 receivers on the set and the give to Plonsky midfield. Pony territory and down to the 49-yard line. As Weisbrod, Andrew in on the snap. And a pickup of 3 on the play. Second down or third down and 7 inside Pony territory. It's caught the 49-yard line. Plunder again working out of the shotgun. Gus gets the snap, back to pass. Protection's good downfield. Caught! Completed pass. Right down the same to Timmy Yetzer, the senior tight end. And Yetzer has the Eagan Wildcats in 4-down territory at the 30-yard line. And another first down for Eagan. Time for the defense to step up with a big play. We've already had 2 INTs. And the spread formation, 2 to either side. Plonsky on the hip of Klunder, man in motion. And on the end around the jet sweep. And tripped up and going down. The ball is low, it's big pileup. Who's got it? And the Ponies think they've got it, and they do. Did I call that or what, Travis? Defense needed a play, they got it. A fumble recovery. And Gallus with the fumble. And it is Pony football. Where do they spot the recovery? at the 28-yard line.
Stillwater was Tyler Olson, number 72.
Tyler Olson, defensive end, on the fumble recovery.
At their 28-yard line.
And it is Pawnee football leading 16-0 with 1:39 to go here in the first half. As Hosh on the give, near side. And it is Cromwell on the carry. Or was that Graham Lobsher? 23?
Carry number 27.
No, 27. It was Cromwell. Matt Cromwell on the carry, 27 and 23. Anyway, 3-yard pickup out to the 31-yard line. It is second down, and the Ponies use their first timeouts.
Eagan takes timeout.
Eagan is going to use the timeout. Second down and 7 from the Pawnee 31-yard line. So the Ponies have all 3 timeouts remaining. Don't forget our halftime show brought to you by Justin Plumbing. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll recap the first half. Don't have an interview here during first half, so we'll shut it down for a few minutes and then come back for the second half. Don't forget, we're back home at Pawnee Stadium. And if you haven't had a chance to see that new turf, it is fabulous. A little tough getting to the stadium. You're going to have to come in the backside underneath the grandstand to get to it with all the construction going on. Just a little bit inconvenient, but you're going to love the new playing surface. The new playing surface has got the soccer team up to a 6, and the boys are 3-0. The girls are 3-0. So second down and 7. Pawnee, 31-yard line. 2 receivers set, man in motion, far side. As Hosh back to pass, no handoff, Crowell. And Matt out to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. That man in motion was Tommy St. Aubin, another tight end, 6'3", 200-pound junior. And a pick up to the 36-yard line. That's 5, third down and a 2. And this time it is Stillwater's turn to call timeout. Timeout on the field with 1:21 to go here in the first half. 16-0 in favor of the Ponies. Other games around the East Metro. Finds Whitebread at Rosemont tonight. Burnsville at Roseville. Cretan Drum Hall, Lakeville South. Forest Lake at Apple Valley. Lakeville North at Eastridge. Tomorrow night, Monsview is at Farmington. Eastview is at Woodbury. Pawnee football. Oh, penalty on the play. And on the handoff, far side. This time the carry is Graham Lobsher. No, it was 27, Matt Cole. You're so far away, I can't pick up the 7 or the 3. But after a penalty, I looked up after reading some of my notes here and found a 10-yard penalty walked off against the Ponies. So third down and 18 after that carry and the penalty. So third and 18 back at the 20-yard line of the Ponies. Ponies with 3 penalties in the first half. Eagan with 2. Eagan has, if it's 5 first downs in the ballgame, 6.
Second timeout of the first half.
And Stillwater has 8 first downs in the first half. As Eagan used that last timeout with 1:02 to go here in the first half. Audio and video streaming here on TJ Sports Online. Net this broadcast presentation of TJ Broadcast Services in cooperation with Club 1220 KLBB Radio. Thanks to Janet, Brad, and the crew. As the Ponies come out of the huddle, receivers both ways, I formation up behind the quarterback. Mason Hosh was tossed for 2 touchdowns. Grayson under center, long cut, and on the give, straight ahead. And the run only is going to get us about a yard. The defensive unit pushing him back. And Owen Sackmaster, how's that name for a middle linebacker? Owen Sackmaster makes the stop. And Eagan is going to take their final timeout, 4th down from the 20-yard line, 4th down and 18. And I'm guessing that Max is going to have to come in. Or Mason, excuse me. Mason Schwertler had a booming punt on his only attempt of the first half, a 47-yarder. from the Wildcat 48 down to the Wildcat 1-yard line. And on the ensuing play, the Pony defense with the sack to put Stillwater aboard for the first time here in the ballgame. Again, 2 touchdown passes for Grayson. One to Ryan Berg, and the second one, a fingertip, picture-perfect catch by Fisher Jakubczyk. And there's Mason yet back in punt formation. And the return man for Eagan standing about his own 45-yard line. Mason, low snap, gets it off. This time a line drive kick and punts it away from Jack Gallus. And a nice roll for Mason all the way down to the 25-yard line. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a 55-yard punt with roll. And so Eagan will get the football at the 26-yard line. They've used up all their timeouts. First down and 10. 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And don't forget our Justin Plumbing halftime show coming up shortly. As we broadcast audio and video streaming here tonight, no radio. The doggone Packers are on the radio tonight. Wonder how my Vikings and Gophers are doing. Handoff, running play for the Wildcats to the 30-yard line. And Plonsky gets out across the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. And Tyler Olson from his defensive end spot makes the stop. Clock on the move with 25 seconds to go. Second down and 6 from the Eagan 30-yard line. As back to pass it, Clutter downfield. It is dropped in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And it is incomplete pass intended on that far sidelines. Intended for Jake Wilcox. Incompletion will stop the clock with 14.2 seconds to go. That was Yetzer, not Wilcox. Clunder again out of the shotgun. 3 receivers set. Here comes the blitz by the Ponies. Pass on the flat. It is complete to Grant Wise across the 40 and out to the 44-yard line. They'll stop the clock to move the change 9 seconds ago as Eagan has a first down.
First and 10 Wildcats.
First and 10, Clunder again to pass. Downfield pass, and it is almost picked off. That prevent defense back there by the Ponies and Benny Peterson. And with that, the horn sounds, and that is it. That is the end of the first half as the Ponies have hung a shutout on your Stillwater Ponies. As the score is now 16-0. And we'll come back with our halftime show again brought to you by Justin Plumbing. We'll do that after this timeout. As this is Pony Football on KLBBRadio.com and on TJSportsOnline.net.
Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as a master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber.
First National Bank of River Falls offers you big bank products with the exceptional community bank personal service you deserve. With smartphone and iPad products from First National Bank of River Falls, it's possible to bank from anywhere, at any time. Use your mobile device to check your balance, transfer funds, pay bills, and deposit checks. You can even open a checking or savings account. Get connected and visit FN.
Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as a master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber.
And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here on the campus of Eagan High School. non-conference football to open up 2016. Ponies trying to redeem that loss last year at Pony Stadium to Eagan, as the Wildcats won that night by a score of 30-13. Eagan got the ball first to start the game, and then on third down and 8 from the Wildcat 34-yard line, Clinton went back to pass, and Graham Laubscher stepped in front of a underthrown pass to pick it off, and he had the Ponies their first possession of the ball game, their 35-yard line. They picked up a first down, but from the 48-yard line, it was Matt Schwarzler to punt it away in a beautiful punt, high booming kick that was touched down at the Eagan Wildcat 1-yard line. And on the first play from scrimmage, Flonsky got the football, and he was taken down in the end zone, and the Ponies had a 2-0 lead. 3.5 minutes here into this first half. Stillwater would get the football, as again, after a safety, the Eagan Wildcats had their choice of kicking off or punted away, and they punted away. The Ponies started to drive at their 33-yard line and used up a lot of time. In fact, 12 plays in the drive. They got to the 12-yard line, but on 4th down and 9, they tried a field goal and a bad snap from center, and Grayson couldn't handle it. He scrambled, but he was met and a drop. And so that drive would stall out, still 2-0. And Eagan, with 4:32 to go in the first quarter, started that drive at their 12. And 14 plays later, they added a 4th and 16 at the 36-yard line. And this time, Tommy Brochet would step in front of a Gus Clunder pass to pick it up. And that drive was stalled. And Stillwater, to start the second quarter, would go on to roll from their own 30-yard line. A correction from the Eagan Wildcat 30-yard line after the INT. They go 30 yards in 8 plays in about 3.5 minutes. On a 4th down and 11, the Ponies went for it. Grayson back to pass, corner of the end zone, near corner. And Ryan Berg with a catch. And it was 8-0. The point after was good. And it was 9-0. Eagan with the football. First possession of the second quarter. And 3 plays it out, and they had to punt it away. And the Ponies with 6:54 to go in the half started to drive at their 41-yard line. They went 59 yards and 9 plays on a 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. As Grayson back to pass again into the end zone. And a beautiful leaping fingertip catch, a highlight catch for Fisher. Fisher Jacobczyk. And it was 15-0. The PAT was good. It was 6-0. Eagan possession late second quarter, started to drive, got down into Pony territory, and I said it was time for the Pony defense to make a play. They did, as they forced a fumble, recovered by Tyler Olson, and the Ponies had the football once again, and they eventually had to punt it away. They got in a deep penalty situation, had to punt it away on 4th down and 18, and then Eagan would run out the clock. So it is 16-0. Very unofficial on the stance there. You have Eagan for about 6 first downs in the first half, and I have the Ponies for about 9 first downs. I don't know if I'm going to see Peter up here, and maybe we'll get some stats here in just a bit. Again, this is your halftime show on KLBBRadio.com and also on TJSportsOnline.net. This broadcast tonight, presentation of TJ Broadcast Services. Your halftime brought to you by Justin Plumbing of Stillwater. We'll have more from Wildcat Stadium in just a bit.
Most of us are looking to save money, especially on things we can't even see, like insurance. But inferior insurance is just plain useless. That's why West Bend's home and highway policy makes sense. It protects your home, condo, or rental unit, as well as your car, truck, boat, motorcycle, and snowmobile. It's all on one policy with one bill and one deductible. And with West Bend, you're backed by the knowledge and experience of the independent agent. To find out more, contact the McGeary Carnegie Insurance Agency at 651-439-6345. That's 651-439-6345.
Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing. Your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as the master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber.
Club 1220 KLBB reminds you that the Youth Service Bureau offers timely support with counseling, chemical health, and parent education services to address challenges when they are occurring. For more information, visit ysb.net.
Again, University Sherry Company here tonight on KLBVRadio.com and on TJSportsOnline.net. And we'll have a chance, going to try to pull up some of the scores from around football and the state of Minnesota. Let's see what we've got. Slate of games, actually 2 nights of football here around the metro area. Gave you the schedule on our Pony pregame show, by the way, brought to you by David Wick. Here's some scores. And a final played this afternoon. Minneapolis Roosevelt shut out Minneapolis South 25-0. And Holy Angels leading Dean LaSalle by a score of 7-0. Ada Borup at home leading Warren Alvarado Oslo. And it looks like I've got all the scores. I want to pick up the 6A scores if I can. I really want to go statewide on my scoreboard. By the way, I invite you to listen to Ryan Phelps and the After the Game scoreboard show. That'll be tomorrow night, 9:30. And you can find the link to that show. Ryan does a great job with his crew. And that is at TJSportsOnline.net. Here we go. Close at home, Class 6A scores. Andover at home leading Edina by a score of 14-7. Edina was picked to do good things this year. Reed Baldwin, former Augie football coach, assistant coach for my Augsburg Augies. And it is Apple Valley leading Forest Lake by a score of 21-3. Coon Rapids leading Hopkins by a score of 16-0. And elsewhere, East Ridge at home over Lakefield North, 17-0. Lakefield North will be hosting the Eagan Wildcats next week. Totina Grace over Eden Prairie, 10-7. A couple of battle-tested programs. Totina Grace leading by 3. And nothing in at Lakefield South. Osseo leading Maple Grove by a score of 13-10. Champlin Park, Minnetonka, no score. Centennial 21, Prior Lake 7. Centennial Cougars could be heard from this year. Now the score, it is Roseville 6, Burnsville 6. The Ponies hosting Roseville next week. And Rosemont leading White Bear Lake by a score of 10-0. Those are the scores that we do have around the metro area. Again, a full slate of games. Reminder that the Pony football program will be busy tomorrow with the B Squad and junior varsity teams both starting at 4. B Squad will be at home against Eagan, and the junior varsity will be right here in Eagan. And that, again, as we mentioned, is a 4 o'clock start. Elsewhere on the Pony sports calendar, the Pony volleyball team is at home tonight at the high school. They take on Elk River. And next Tuesday, they take on the defending state champions, those same Eagan Wildcats here at Eagan High School. That is a 7 o'clock start. Then next weekend, they'll be at a tournament in Apple Valley before they get back into action on Tuesday the 20th against White Bear Lake. As mentioned, the Pony tennis team was hosting Park Cottage Grove this afternoon. Swimming and diving over at the junior high pool, they were hosting Woodbury. Tomorrow, the cross-country team will be just down the road at Rosemont. And then on Sunday, I believe they're in Marshfield, Wisconsin for a big meet there. The girls soccer team off to a 3-0 start, beating St. Cloud Tech. Anoka and Apple Valley, they have yet to give up a goal. And tonight, they're up in the Red River Valley taking on the Moorhead Spuds. And when are they back home? They're home on Saturday, September 3rd against Blaine. Stillwater boys soccer team, they've given up just 1 goal. They are 3-0. Beat St. Paul Central 6-1. Shut out Eastview 4-0. Shut out Hudson 2-0. And tonight they're at Rosemont And then on Thursday, the 8th, they're at Eastridge. Then at Cedarburg, Wisconsin. On the 9th and 10th, they got Brookfield East. Finally back home against Cretin-Durham Hall. That's on Tuesday, September 13th. And that's your Pony sports calendar for this fall season. For you Wildcat fans that may be watching and listening here tonight on TJSportsOnline.net. Your volleyball team, number 1 in the state, defending state champion, beat Minneapolis Southwest. Tonight they're Tartan High School. And as mentioned, hosting Stillwater next Tuesday night. And on the 10th, they're at a tournament at Shakopee. Eagan soccer team, the girls, defending state champions. And they are 2-0, beating Minnetonka and North St. Paul. Tomorrow they host Duluth East. The Eagan Wildcat boys soccer team. And they are 1-1-1. One tie, one loss, and a win over Centennial. And on Saturday, they are at Eden Prairie. So that's the sports calendar, fall sports for Stillwater and Eagan High School. As this is Pony Football on KLBVRadio.com. And again on TJSportsOnline.net. Gave you some of the other scores around the metro area. We'll get to those on our post-game show. Our post-game show is brought to you in part by Famous Dave's. And we'll have more from Wildcat Stadium after this timeout.
Retirement. Wow. You are going from working full-time to what are you going to do with all that free time?
Well, I'll be taking Zumba classes. I'm also going to learn how to use my new smartphone. And get this, Frank and I are going to Italy.
Wow. How are you going to do all that?
Through Stillwater Community Education.
Stillwater Community Education? Like through the school district?
Yes, exactly. Through Stillwater Community Education.
I thought their classes were just for kids.
No, Community Ed has tons of activities for adults. Fitness, technology, arts and crafts, and I think I've talked Frank into that ballroom dancing class, too.
How did you find out about all of this?
The Stillwater Community Education catalog. It came right to my mailbox, but you can also go to stillwaterschools.org/beactive.
Okay, so it's stillwaterschools.org/beactive. Good. Now maybe I can go to Italy. Ciao.
For more information, go to stillwaterschools.org/beactive.
As an independent insurance agency, Ostrowski Insurance has been protecting and serving the community for over 3 decades. John Ostrowski explains the benefits of being independent agents.
Because we represent multiple companies, we are able to customize your business or personal insurance to accommodate your specific needs. My daughter Ashley and I are committed to customer service, building long-term relationships, and providing peace of mind to those we serve.
Ostrowski Insurance offers policy coverage through over 50 companies. We are happy to offer a free, no-obligation quote so we can shop for the best product at the best price.
Ashley and I love to serve the Stillwater area. That is why we are active in the Chamber of Commerce and local community.
And I'm a proud Stillwater pony, so serving my hometown and the surrounding area has a large place in my heart.
Call John and Ashley at the Ostrowski Insurance Agency, 651-439-0019. That's 651-439-0019. Or go to ostrowskiinsurance.com.
Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as a master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber.
Again, you want your Sharon Company here tonight. Ponies are back on the field. Here come the Eagan Wildcats. Second half just about 3 minutes away. Taking a look at the conferences or the divisions, if you will, around the metro area. The East Metro Blue, that is home for your Stillwater Ponies. Right now, Woodbury and Eastridge are the favorites in the Blue Division, along with Cretin-Durham Hall picked to finish third. Ponies fourth, then Roseville, Mosby, White Bear Lake, and Forest Lake. In the East Metro Red Division, the South St. Paul Packers. They got to the Final Four last year. They're picked to win it again. And then into St. Thomas Academy, Matamidi, Hastings, North St. Paul, Simley, Park, Henry, Sibley, Hill, Murray, and Charlton. East Metro, the White Division, Lakeville North. And Lakeville North, as mentioned, they are winning. Lakeville North facing Eagan next week. And then it is Rosemont, Burnsville, Lakeville, South Apple Valley, Farmington, Eagan, and Eastview. In the Suburban Red Division, Spring Lake Park, the Panthers are picked to win it. And then in order, Rosemont, Burnsville, Lakeville, South Apple Valley, Farmington, Eagan, and Eastview. In the Twin City Blue Division, Minneapolis North, the Pullers picked number 1, then Spectrum, St. Agnes, Minneapolis Roosevelt, Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis Edison. Twin City Gold, it is SMB picked to win it. And I forgot what those 3 schools are. And then New Life Academy, Providence Academy, Harding, Johnson, and Edison. In the Twin City Maroon Division, and it is St. Paul Central, number 1, then St. Croix Lutheran, Fridley, Highland Park, Minneapolis Washburn, St. Anthony, Minneapolis Southwest. Twin City Red, Mount Westaka picked to win it. Then Henry, Concordia Academy, Como Park, Columbia Heights, and Breck. And the West Metro North Division, Titina Grace. And then it's Centennial, Osseo, Champlain Park, Blaine, Andover, Anoka, and Coon Rapids. That is a tough division. And that's going to do it for our Justin Plumbing halftime show. And the kickoff coming up in just a bit. The second half kickoff brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Aaron Ruck. And we'll be back with the kickoff in just a bit.
Whether it's the heat of the regular season or the heart of the playoffs, the Ponies always get a boost from playing at home. And State Farm can boost your savings when you combine your homeowner's insurance with your auto coverage. Hi, this is State Farm agent Aaron Runk, former Pony running back and member of the 1995 state championship team. As your local State Farm agent, I'm here to help boost your savings and protect your family from the unexpected. Give me a call at 651-770-1395 to see what my team and I can do for your family. That's 651-770-1395 or go to runkagency.com.
And thank you, Aaron. As the Ponies won the toss to start the ballgame, deferred their choice to the second half. And so they will receive to start the second half. And the Eagan Wildcats will be kicking off from left to right. The wind, whatever there was, it died out a little bit. And their kicker, and I don't have a 95 on my roster for Eagan. And the kickoff, Endo Bren, near sidelines. It is bobbled, and jumping on top of it, Graham Lomsher had to go right through his hands. And he dived forward and recovered the ball. So the Ponies will start the second half at their own 20-yard line. Again, leading 16-0 Pony football from Wildcat Stadium. Presentation of TJ Broadcast Services. And the Ponies break Headland this time. Hosh will run out of the shotgun. Man in motion tied in, and the give to the deep back. That is Mason Green off the right side of his offensive line. Mason across the 20 and out to the 23-yard line. Second down and a 7. By the way, that tight end in motion with Tommy St. Ivan. And wide outs for the Ponies, and now coming out of the ball game is Matt Stanton. And a new wide receiver coming in is Ryan Berg. And Fisher, Jakubczyk goes one to the near side, Berg to the far side. Wing back to the far side. Man in motion. St. Alban coming across the formation as Graham brings it back to pass. And he throws, and it is incomplete. Pass intended out of the flat. And the intended receiver was hit just as the ball got there. And that was Mitch Bankin with the incomplete pass. Through his hands, third down and 7 from the 23-yard line.
3rd and 6 upcoming for the Ponies.
And now coming to the ball game, I see Cody Bensky coming in. And Bensky will be the up man, and the deep man will be Mason Green. As Grayson Hosh under center. Slot to that far side. Grayson rolling far side. Hosh to throw out of the flat. Incomplete. Pass intended out of the flat for Ryan Berg. And now the incomplete pass. The Ponies go 3 and out for the first down tonight. 4th down and 3 from the 23. And that brings Mason into the ballgame. Mason Schwertler dropping back on punt formation is Johnny Estrade for the Eagan Wildcats. The blue, green, and white color combination. Mason has had a good night so far, a 55-yarder with the roll and a 47-yarder. The pin him deep at the 1-yard line. Mason, good snap this time, gets it off, and a line drive kick. And Street watches the bounce once, bounces twice. Keep rolling, baby. 25 and down to the 22-yard line. 27 and 28. My 8th grade math says 55 yards on that punt. So Eagan, first down and 10. Inside their own territory, played a minute of this third quarter. 16-0 in favor of the Ponies. Gus Klunder at the controls. In the backfield is Jaden Plonsky. And how many receivers does he have out there this time? 3 of them. As they run that spread offense. Strong side right. Klunder looking over that Pony 3-4 defense. Klunder to pass out of the flat. It is complete. Short passing play out to Grant Weiss out of the flat. And Grant makes his third catch of the ballgame out to the 28-yard line. It is second down and 5 from that point. Again, they continue to go no huddle. On the near hash mark going left to right now on this cool Friday or Thursday night. And Klunder again, handoff this time. Plonsky across the 30, 31, maybe the 32-yard line. Jaden Plonsky off the right side of his offensive line. Tyler Olson, Connor Wyson coming in to put the stop on in. 3-yard pickup, third down and 2 from the Wildcat 31-yard line. Closer to third down and 1. Going into the sticks. As Klunder awaits the snap from Benny Lirin. And is going to keep it. Klunder, first down across the 35 and out to the 36-yard line. Klunder on the carry. Benny Peterson coming up from his safety spot. The Eagan Wildcats have their 7th first down of the ball game. First and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Slot to the near side, flanker to that far side. As Klunder, 3-step drop pass, and it's picked off! Picked off by Austin Murr. Austin near sideline 20, 15, 10, and down to the 9-yard line. Austin Murr with the third pickoff for the Pony secondary. Tommy Brucci has one. Graham Lobster has one. Austin Murr has the third, and the Ponies are knocking on the door. First down and goal from the Eagan 9-yard line. Austin Murr on the INT. 16-0 Ponies trying to add. This Pony defense. One fumble recovery by Tyler Olson. The INT is for Brucey, Murr, and Lobster. They break huddle. And 10 to the far side. And Fisher to the near side. I formation. The deep back is Green. Get off to Mason. Mason up the left side of his offensive line, or is that Cromwell? That's Matt Cromwell. And Matt down to the 6-yard line. It is second down and goal from that spot. Matt Cromwell, Cody Bensky, Mason Green have been the running backs by committee so far tonight. From the 6-yard line, ball in the near hash mark. Receivers both ways, I formation. Matt deep back in the eye. Grayson under center on a strong left. Spins, hand off near side. Matt, line of scrimmage, 1, maybe 2 yards. And they give him the 5-yard line. That's about it. And Darby Sorensen coming up from his linebacker spot. And Michael only picked up a yard of the play to the 5. It is third down and goal for the Ponies. Did I say Michael? Matt Cromwell. It's first game, and we got about 60 new names, so bear with me. Slot to the right side. Jakubski and Stanton. I formation near hash mark. Grayson from the 5. He's back to pass. Rolling far side, being chased out of the flat. It is incomplete. Pass intended. Flag on the play. Interference. Pass was intended for Cody Bensky coming out of the backfield. And the penalty will be half the distance on the INT. And the defender came over the shoulder of Cody before the ball got there. And half the distance down to about the 2.5-yard line. And that should be a first down. Unofficially our 10th first down of the ball game.
After distance to the goal penalty, moves the ball to the 3-yard line. It's 3rd and goal.
Grayson late in getting to the huddle after conversation on the far sidelines. Good contingent of Pony fans here. Double tight end, Messina Abbott and Mitch Bankin. Trips in the backfield, the stacked eye. And back to Fed, no handoff. Plonsky, Green, Mason, right side, touchdown. The stacked eye, 3 in the backfield. Mason Green, the deep back, gets the handoff, and he goes the final 3 yards for the touchdown. And the Ponies are out in front by a score of 22-0. Mason Green, the 6'2", 165-pound junior. And after the INT by Austin Murr, the Ponies score on the short drive. About 9 plays. Grayson will hold. And the ball down. Tyler's kick is up, and it is right through the uprights. So timeout of the field. Your score, Stillwater 23, and the Eagan Wildcats nothing. And this is Pony football on KLBBradio.com and also on TJSportsOnline.net.
Hi, Anita White with Caldwell Banker Burnett. I go beyond selling your home. I would love to assist you in the big decisions and transitions of your life. Find me at AnitaWhiteHomes.com.
Hi, this is Leslie Jackson, owner of the Pink Moose Boutique in the Valley Ridge Mall. Find your happy place and be comfy, cozy, and chic at the Pink Moose Boutique.
Club 1220 KLBB reminds you that the Youth Service Bureau provides quality counseling, chemical health, and parent education services regardless of family income or ability to pay. For more information, visit ysb.net.
And welcome aboard all of our sponsors this year, including Ostrowski Insurance, Stillwater Community Education, Justin Plumbing, Famous Dames. They bring us our post-game show. State Farm agent Aaron Ruck, Tyler Cullen will kick off with Gage and Plonsky back 23-0 Ponies. The defense keying us to this possible win. Almost offside. Line drive kick far side, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So there is a penalty at the end of the play and not at the point of kickoff. First down and 10. Clock shows 8:17 to go here in the third quarter. Pony led 16-0 at halftime. Couple of touchdown passes by Grayson. One to Ryan Bird, one to Fisher. Fisher, Jakubczyk. Yep. 2 months and I may never get it right. And the touchdown by Mason Green, the running touchdown. And they're going to rule it high school football. They bring it out to the 35. I thought it was a 25-yard line. Okay. Eagan Wildcat football for the second time here in the second half. As Clutter will work from the shotgun. Back to pass, screen pass. It is caught, but brought down immediately as Graham Lobsher. Great open field tackle as they brought down the receiver, Jaden Plonsky. And a pickup of 2 on the play, second down. And 8 from the Eagan 37-yard line.
Second and 8, Wildcats at their 37.
Timmy Etcher, the tight end on the near side. They go with an H-back as well. 2 receivers set as in motion across the formation. And on the jet sweep far side, carrying up that far sidelines is Jack Gallis. And Gallis and the carry. Let's see where they're going to give him forward progress. Jet sweep from that wide receiver spot. And they're going to give Gallis the 43-yard line, a pickup of 6, third down. And about 1 to go inside Wildcat territory. It's Clutter. I don't think he's gone under center at all tonight. Clutter on the handoff, right side, line of scrimmage at a first down. Across the 45 to the 47-yard line. As on the carry off the right side is Isley Kawanta, junior running back. And the Wildcats have their 8th first down of the ball game. First down and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Can run a lot of plays with that no huddle. They go offset eye. Man in motion. He is Gallis, and it is Clutter back to pass. Got to throw. Lines up, throws downfield, has a man wide open, and it is complete. Downfield, it is Gallus, Jack Gallus across the 15-10 and down to the 9-yard line. Jack Gallus was open by 15 yards. Somebody in the secondary got picked off. And Gallus with the catch and run. And they're going to rule it first down and goal from the 8-yard line. 46-yard pickup on the catch and run. Eagan, ball in that far hash mark, Clutter. And now the give, Kawanta, go on, trying to go wide near side to the 5, cuts back 4 to the goal line, into the end zone. Iley Kawanta taking it in from 8 yards out. And the Wildcats are on the board. It is 23-6. They go 65 yards in just 5 plays. And they only used up about 1:19 off the clock. And they are going to go for the PAT. Jack Cordington. And the PAT is up, and it is good. The time out of the field to score. Stillwater 23. And the Eagan Wildcats finally on the board with 7. This is Pony Football on KLBBRadio.com and on TJSportsOnline.net.
As an independent insurance agency, Ostrowski Insurance has been protecting and serving the community for over 3 decades. John Ostrowski explains the benefits of being independent agents.
Because we represent multiple companies, we are able to customize your business or personal insurance to accommodate your specific needs. My daughter Ashley and I are committed to customer service, building long-term relationships, and providing peace of mind to those we serve.
Ostrowski Insurance offers policy coverage through over 50 companies. We are happy to offer a free, no-obligation quote so we can shop for the best product at the best price.
Ashley and I love to serve the Stillwater area. That is why we are active in the Chamber of Commerce and local community.
And I'm a proud Stillwater pony, so serving my hometown and the surrounding area has a large place in my heart.
Call John and Ashley at the Ostrowski Insurance Agency, 651-439-0019. That's 651-439-0019. Or go to ostrowskiinsurance.com.
As we come back, Ryan Berg on the kickoff, and Ryan brings it out to the Pony 28-yard line. Clock shows 6:53 to go in the third quarter as Eagan goes 65 yards in 5 plays in a minute and 19 seconds to get on the board. Ponies 3 and out on their first possession of the INT by Austin Murr set up the third score of the ball game. As Hosh under center on the handoff right side, and Matt Crowell across the 30 and out to the 37-yard line. And Crooks at 33-yard line. And he picks up 4 in the play, second down. And 6. Opponent going right to left. Stand into the far side. Kick up check to the near side. Double tights. Hand up far side. Matt into the secondary. First down. Crowell across the 40 and out to the 42-yard line. Matt Crowell with a pickup of 10 of the play. And the Ponies have unofficially their 11th first down of the ball game. They give forward progress from Matt to the 43-yard line. And now he's going to come out of the ball game. Tommy St. Aubin, comes out of the tight end spot. As we have the I formation this time. Flanker near side. Split end to the far side. Hand up right side. And it is Mason Green. Green, 1-2 yards maybe. Before that, Eagan Wildcats defensive line pushes him back. And are they going to give Mason 2 on the play? Second down and 8 from the Pony 45-yard line. Mason Green and a 2-yard touchdown run to give us our 22nd point of the ball game. 23-7 with 5.5 minutes to go in third quarter. Again, receivers both ways. Mitch Bankin is the tight end. He's side on the near side. And actually double tight end. Near side backfield and a fumble. Mason Green fumbles it. And the Eagan Wildcats have recovered. Mason Green stripped of the ball. And the Wildcats have recovered. And the Ponies have their first turnover of the ball game. And the Eagan Wildcats, a little bit of momentum on their side, have it in Pony territory at the 41-yard line with 5:21 to go in the third quarter. Mason just stripped to the ball as they try to go wide near side. Gallows and Wilcox to the far side. And Grant Weiss to the near side. Plunder out of the shotgun. Plonsky, his running back. Gust to throw downfield. It's picked up again. Austin Burr, 35. Austin to the 39 to the 40-yard line. And the fourth INT of the ball game for that Pony ball hucking defense. Austin has a pair of interceptions. Tommy Brucci has one. Grant Lobsher has one. And on the INT for Mr. Murph, Pony football at the 40-yard line of Stillwater with 5:11 to go. Clutter passing tonight. He just can't get anything on it. Everything has been underthrown. And easy, relatively easy pickoffs for the Ponies. Two receiver set, strong left eye formation, div deep back. And it is Mason Green. Both hands around that ball securely. And Mason off the left side of his offensive line picked up a couple of yards to the 42-yard line where there's second down and 8. Justin Burrish was in on that last step. Standing near side. Get Kupchak to the far side on the I formation. Hosh and around. Halfback option. Standing to throw. Caught out of the flat. Mitch back at 40 and down to the Eagan 36-yard line. Halfback option of Michael Stanton is the backup quarterback for the Ponies. And he completed the pass to the big tight end. And a pickup down to the 36-yard line. And a 22-yard pickup. And a Pony first down inside Eagan territory. Halfback option. Little gadget play there. Got the Ponies inside enemy territory. Double tight end as Tommy D.C. Alvin comes in. I formation, right side. Matthew into the secondary. Has 10, has 11, has 12 yards. All the way down to the 25-yard line. Matt Cromwell on the carry for your Ponies. The 5'10", 170-pound junior. And that should be good enough for first down. Yep, referee says move the chains. Back-to-back first downs for the Ponies. Unofficially their 13th of the ball game from the Eagan 25-yard line. Again, double tights, right side. And this time Matt has stood up and dropped before he could get back to the line of scrimmage. The big blue wall is there, led by the defensive end, Justin Burrish. Second down for the Ponies. Second down. Closer, let's see, where do they mark it? Yep, second and 11 from the Eagan 26-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter, 23-7. This time receivers both ways. They take one of the tight ends out. Cody Bensky, by the way, is the up man in the eye. As Greason back to pass and flat. It is complete to Fisher across the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. Come back pass to Fisher, Jake Kupchak. And he has his second catch of the ball game, and he has the first and goal for the Ponies at the Eagan 7-yard line. So after that touchdown by Eagan, the Ponies are trying to answer. Fisher, Jake Kupchak, 5'11", 165-pound senior. And Noah's about 5'11", 200-pound senior, the twin boys. Ball in the near hash mark. Receivers both ways. D.C. Navin is the wing back on the near side. And on the handoff, right side, Matt Crowell, 5-4-3, and down to the 2-yard line. Matt Crowell off the right side of his offensive line. Charlie Meyer, big Trenton Atwood, the sophomore, right tackle. And it is second down and goal for the Ponies at the 1-yard line. A 6-yard pickup for Matt Crowell. And Cody Bensky will come in. Crowell will come on. All right, they're going to go with that stacked eye. There's Crowell. There's Bensky. And the up man, the deep up man in that stacked eye is Matt Johnson. And on the handoff, right side, Matt into the end zone untouched. Matt Crowell takes it in from 1 yard out, and the Pony take a 29-7 lead. A 7-play drive after the INT by Austin Murr. 7 plays, 60 yards. And the time off that drive, about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Second rushing touchdown of the ball game, this time for Matt Crowell. So 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. And the Ponies answer back. 29-7. Tyler Cullen will come on to attempt the extra point. As Grayson will hold at the 10-yard line. And 2 minutes and 50 seconds approximately on that drive. Don't forget, Ponies back home against the Roseville Raiders next Friday night. 6:40 our broadcast time on Club 1220 KLBB and online. And the kickoff, the point after is no good. That time Tyler just missed the right upright. So the point after misses. So Tyler is 3 for 4 on the INTs. 7-play drive, 60 yards and 250. Matt Crowell goes in for the touchdown. And the kickoff upcoming. And this is Pony football. Which in Travis Sharon coming with you tonight on Club 1220 or KLBBRadio.com, PJSportsOnline.net.
Club 1220 KLBB reminds you that the Youth Service Bureau offers timely support with counseling, chemical health, and parent education services to address challenges when they are occurring. For more information, visit ysb.net.
Stillwater will kick off for the Wildcats.
Got a craving in you for famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Opening every day at 3, Famous Dave's in Stillwater proudly supports the Ponies. When paying your bill, mention that you're a Pony supporter, and a portion of your bill will go to the Stillwater Athletic Department to support the Ponies football. Only at Famous Dave's in Stillwater.
Got a craving in you for famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
And a new kickoff man for the Ponies, Lucas Olson, kicking off. And returning the kickoff for the Wildcats was Caden Gage. And Caden gets across the 30 and out to the 32-yard line. First down and 10. Clock shows 2:17 to go in a third quarter. Again, not the best of nights for Gus Klunder. Gus Klunder. And Gus is going to keep it into the secondary. 40, gets a block, turns the corner. 45, midfield, Klunder across the 45. Pony territory and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And a 22-yard pickup and an Eagan Wildcat first down. Klunder with the run this time, unofficially 10th first down of the ballgame for the Eagan Wildcats. Now trailing 29-7. Receivers both ways, offset eye, Klunder in the backfield. And Gus on the handoff, Kawante. And Isley across the 40, down to the 39. No, breaks free. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet, 35. And Isley finally is brought down to the 33-yard line. Strong leg strength by Isley Fonte. Put to bed there by the Ponies and Noah Jacobczyk on the tackle. And I believe that's back-to-back first downs. It is at a 12-yard pickup. First and 10, Eagan inside Pony territory at the 32-yard line. On the near hash mark, Eagan going left to right. In motion is Jack Gallows. Jet sweep. Jack met at the corner. And then breaks free and cuts back across the 30. The Ponies had him dead to rights. Alex Ocean had him in his arms. And Gallows got away and made the best of it. Gets across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It is second down and 7. Inside Pony territory. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Wilcox to the far side. And Jack Gallows on the near side again. He goes in motion. And this time Klunder on the give. And Kawante off the left side of his offensive line. wedges out a few yards down to the 26-yard line. That's 3 on the carry. 3rd down and 4 inside Pony territory. 29-7, 16-0 at halftime. And a couple of touchdown throws for Grayson Hosh. 2 touchdown runs here in the 3rd quarter for the Ponies. Clutter, the snap, and I think there was motion. And it is illegal motion against the Wildcats, moving back to the 31-yard line. Looked like the right side of that offensive line moved just a little bit. Pony football tomorrow, 4 o'clock. The Stillwater JV team will be here at Eagan. And the Pony B squad will open up their season at home against the same Eagan Wildcats. Both teams finished over 500 last year, so best of luck. And after the penalty walked off, it is 3rd down now and 9. Clunder, Gus on the handoff, and Isley Kawante across the 30, 29, down to the 28-yard line. Before that Pony defensive line makes the stop. And it was Zach Cowley, the sophomore, 6 feet, 180-pound sophomore inside linebacker. Zach, first chance I've had to call his name. And a pickup of about 2 in the play, 4th down. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Your score, your Stillwater Ponies, 29. And the Eagan Wildcats, nothing. This is Pony football from KLBB Radio.
Award-winning ribs.
Opening every day at 3, Famous Dave's in Stillwater proudly supports the Ponies. When paying your bill, mention that you're a Pony supporter, and a portion of your bill will go to the Stillwater Athletic Department to support the Ponies football. Only at Famous Dave's in Stillwater.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
First National Bank of River Falls offers you big bank products with the exceptional community bank personal service you deserve. With smartphone and iPad products from First National Bank of River Falls, it's possible to bank from anywhere, at any time. Use your mobile device to check your balance, transfer funds, pay bills, and deposit checks. You can even open a checking or savings account. Get connected and visit fnbrf.com for more information. First National Bank of River Falls, member FDIC.
Fourth quarter, 4th down. Eagan going for it. And on the jet sweep going near side, Jack Dallas turns the corner, 30, and Jack to the 25-yard line, but he's going to be a couple of yards short as Tommy Bruching and Andrew Weisbrod combined to make the stop. And the Pony offensive unit coming onto the field. So the Stillwater Pony defense, the highlight of tonight, with 4 INTs, 1 fumble recovery. And this time stopping the Eagan Wildcats on downs. Stillwater football from the 25-yard line. Clock shows 11:52 to go in the ballgame. 1st down and 10 for Grayson Hosh. Receivers both ways. High formation, give deep back, and it is Matt right up the middle. Across the 30 and out to, no, that's correction, that's Mason Green. Green with a pickup of 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5 from the 30-yard line. And now Matt Crowell will come into the ball game. Cody Bensky will come on.
2nd and 6 for the Ponies from their 29.
Again, they go I formation. Nope, it is Grayson Hosh working out of the shotgun. As Grayson on the handoff again to Mason Green. Mason.
33 Mason Green is the ball carrier.
Mason. Will catch in the throat. Excuse me. Mason. Forward progress about to the 31-yard line. By the way, that will not be the last time that's going to happen this year. Let me get a swig of my water here. Don't run a play yet.
For the Ponies from their 31.
Receivers both ways. Flanger to the near side, split end to the far side. Grayson, hand up left side, and it is Mason trying to get to the chains, and I think he got it. 2nd effort. May have gotten that 1st down. And indeed, they moved the chains. Ponies had their 15th first down of the ballgame. First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Well, at the 37-yard line, it was a gain of 6 and a first down for Stillwater.
And looks like we have new wide receiver out there. Nope, double tight end. Tommy DeSaint-Aubin will come in. Double tights, flanker near side. In motion, Michael standing across formation. He's already at halfback option. Straight ahead, quick opener, Green to the midfield stripe. Mason Green off the left side of his offensive line. Devontae and Nels Woods. And Mason, good running. Picks up 11 on the play. Back-to-back first downs. First and 10, Stillwater at the 49-yard line. And this is what we like to see, some ground control, ball control, run that clock. This time they're going to go I formation. DeSaint-Aubin goes in motion. A little bit confused. Now he lines up tight right near side. In motion is Fisher across formation to the far side. Give to the D-back into the secondary. Mason has another first down down to the 40-yard line. Another big chunk of yardage. Another 11-yard pickup for Mason Green. And Green is Chester Jr. First and 10. Ponies, 3 straight first downs on 3 straight plays. And the Ponies are at the Wildcat 40-yard line. Again, they go double tights with the flanker to the far side. Bensky, Cody's the up man. In motion, Fisher to the near sidelines. Give to Mason, left side, into the secondary. Rips off about 6 or 7 more. Off the left side of his offensive line. What a great job of blocking up front by that movement company of the Stillwater Ponies. It is second down and 4. Wildcat territory, the 34-yard line. This drive started at the Pony 25-yard line. Already 3 first downs on the drive. All on the ground, by the way. Under 9 minutes to go, 29-7. Grayson under center. The power formation, deep back again. It is Mason, another first down. Still on his feet, and all the way down to the 21-yard line. And Mason Green this time picks up 13 more. And I don't have official rushing totals, but I think before the night is done, he's going to be in triple figures. 12 yards on the pickup. 4th first down on this drive. First and 10 at the Wildcat 22-yard line. And Eagan is going to call timeout. And we'll take a timeout with 8:38 to go in the ballgame. 29-7 in favor of the good guys.
First timeout of the second half for the Wildcats.
Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as a master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Hi, this is Mike Justin, owner of Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber. As your neighborhood plumber, my family and I are proud to live in and serve Stillwater. That's why Justin Plumbing is proud to be a Ponies football sponsor. And as a master plumber, when I come to your home, I'll bring the tools and knowledge to solve even the most difficult plumbing problems. Call me at 651-605-5025 or go to justinplumbing.com. Justin Plumbing, your neighborhood plumber.
Ponies first down and 10. Eagan 30 or 22-yard line. Grayson, hand up, deep back. Mason again. Steps on tackle. And I think he's got a first down. Mason, he has had runs of 11, 12, 13, and 12 again. First and 10 for the Ponies. There's a first and goal just outside the 10. So first and 10 just outside the 10-yard line.
First down for Stillwater.
5 first downs in this drive, all on the ground. 8.5 minutes to go. Bensky, the up man in that power I formation. Man in motion near side is Fisher. Give to Mason into the secondary. He's headed to the end zone. He's there! Touchdown! Mason Green. I think we have found a replacement for Stephen Wagner, don't you think? And Zach Knox, Mason Green, just dominating And Green into the end zone and giving the Ponies 6 more. It is 35-7. A 9-play drive, 75 yards. And time off the clock, about 3.5 minutes. Mason Green going in from 10 yards out. And he had about 6 runs on that drive. 5 of them were 10 or more yards. Ball down, kick up by Tatter, and it is good. Tatter Green puts it through the uprights, and the Ponies have extended their lead now 36-7. They put 20 points up here in the second half on 3 rushing touchdowns. Just the one missed PAT. We'll be back with a kickoff in just a bit.
When you play sports, sometimes you get injured, and proper care after the injury is critical to healing. This is Dr. David Wick from the Holistic Chiropractic Center in Liberty Village. I've been treating athletes for years, and when the recovery is slow, it's usually due not just to the injury itself, but something else happening in the body. I work with athletes and everyone else to find what that is and to return to normal health. Putting the health back into healthcare, this is Dr. David Wick. Call 651-342-2083 or go to drdavidwick.com.
If you run a business, you know the most valuable things are the hardest to get. Your business didn't grow overnight. It came from years of hard work, confidence in what you do, and making smart decisions. That's why an insurance policy from West Bend makes sense. It protects your valuable and hard-earned business so that you can focus on doing what you do best. And it's all backed by the knowledge and experience of an independent insurance agent. To find out more, contact the McGarry Carney Insurance Agency at 651-439-6345. That's 651-439-6345.
And welcome back. I'm Sam Witchin, back for my 4th year as voice of Stillwater Pony football. By the way, we'll be back this winter. I believe we got 22, maybe 23 pony hockey games, boys and girls hockey on VAC TV. By the way, we'll be on VAC. What channel are we on next week? Don't know yet. We'll be on VAC TV next week in addition to the radio broadcast. And Tyler Cullen will kick things off. And back to receive is Gage and Plonsky. Tatter's kick, low line drive kick far side. Takes one hop, picked up by Plonsky, bobbles it, picks it up. 15 and out to the 20 and dives ahead to about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats with 8:21 to go. Here in the 4th quarter, 36-7. The Ponies up by 29 points. Didn't know really what to expect out of these Ponies. 53 seniors graduating last year. Right now, we don't almost have just a little bit more than that on our entire roster. But very impressive performance tonight. Both sides of the ball. I like the power formation. And 4 interceptions by the secondary. As Clunter on the give. And off the right side of the offensive line, short yardage pickup. Out to the 25-yard line, 2nd down and 8 for Eagan. Inside their own territory, we got an Eagan player down.
Ball spotted at the 25-yard line, a gain of 2.
And we have an official's timeout. Yep, we have an injury timeout there.
Injury on the field.
Injury timeout. And let's see if I don't mess up my computer here. Let's see if I can't find the scores. And refresh my scoreboard. What do I have? As I go to the football hub, don't forget that tomorrow night at 9:30, the first edition of the After the Game scoreboard show. And it's Edina 14, Andover 14. Apple Valley putting the hurt on 30-7. Blaine over Wyzetta 14-7. Coon Rapids still 6-0 over Hopkins. It is Lakefield North and Eastridge 17-17 at Eastridge. We'll be there in about 3 weeks. We'll be at Eastridge. Totiena Race and Eden Prairie 17-14 in favor of the Eagles. More scores on our postgame show brought to you by Famous Dave's. As the Wildcats with the football at their own 25-yard line, 2nd down and 8. Gus Clunder has gone all the way out of the shotgun. 4 receivers sent this time. As the man in motion, and it is Gus on the toss sweep far side. And on the sweep across the far side, out of bounds at around the 30, maybe the 31-yard line.
Tackle number 29, Zach Hawley.
And they're going deep into their roster. See, the running back there for Eagan that time was Tate Sundberg. 3rd down, 3 from the 30-yard line. As Clunder on the give into the secondary and diving for the first down is Sundberg. Tate Sundberg and the pickup out to the Eagan 35-yard line. And Eagan has the first down, 1st and 10. They've had plenty of first downs, not 12 of them. But that ball hockey and defensive secondary for the Ponies. 4 interceptions, 2 by Austin Murray. And a fumble recovery by Tanner Olson. And Stonewall, the Eagan offensive units for offensive output so far tonight. Spread formation, just to either side. Sundberg, the man in the backfield. Gallus on the jet sweep. No, they're going to give it again to Sundberg. And Tate across the 35 and out to the 40-yard line. You see they touched down near the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 6. In Wildcat territory. They're closing in on the 7 mark of this one.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 from the 38.
Again, the double slot, 4 wide. Gallus in motion. Clunder, the give to Jack Gallus. Line of scrimmage. Pony defense, the red wall is there, the black shirts. And down they go. 4 on the tackle. And the man down at the bottom of the pile is Connor Weiss. To the 40-yard line, 3rd down and a full 5 yards to go, 4 yards to go.
3rd and 3.
All right, in the middle of the field, again going from right to left, south to north. And on the handoff, and it is Sundberg. And stepped through a tackle and has the 45-yard line. Body stepped on the play. He is Matt Jansen. Jansen on the stock, also Noah Ness. It is 1st and 10 for Eagan from their own 45-yard line. 23-4 defense, man in motion. And Clunder on the handoff on the delay. And close to midfield near the 49-yard line. And on the carry was Tate Sundberg. Richmond in on the stop. Van Peterson in on the stop. 2nd down, 6 from the Eagan 49-yard line. Man in motion is Jack Carrington. Hand up straight ahead dive by Tate Sundberg. And just about gets back to the midfield stripe before Tanner Olson will shut him down. 3rd down and a 5 for Eagan. At the midfield stripe, trailing 36-7 with 5:20 to go. Trips to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side. As Clunder on the give to Sundberg. No, he's going to keep it himself. Gus, 45-40. And down to the 39-yard line, Gus Clunder on the quarterback option. And into the secondary, Benny Peterson makes the stop on him. But the Wildcats have their 3rd first down on this drive. 1st and 10 inside Pony territory at the 39-yard line. Man in motion, Carrington. Handoff, Tate Sundberg into the secondary. Has the 30, the 25, and down to near the 21-yard line. Good burst of speed by Tate Sundberg, junior running back for the Wildcats. And they're going to move the chains, and they rule the ball down at the 21-yard line. 18-yard pickup, and another Eagan Wildcat. First down, 4th on this drive. Clunder to Tate Sundberg again. No, it is Clunder to keep it. Good play action. And he tries to go wide. Pursued there by the Pony defense. They string it out and meet him at the pass and bring him down after a very short pickup of 2 on the play to the 19-yard line. 2nd down and 8, upcoming the 11th play of this drive. 3 receivers set to the wide side of the field. Tate Sundberg on the left hip of Clunder. Give to Tate, line of scrimmage, dives ahead for 1, maybe 2 yards off the right side of his offensive line. And Richmond in on the stop for the Pony. Charlie Richmond, linebacker, 5'11", 180-pound junior. And from the 18, it is 3rd down and 7. Again, 36-7 Ponies under 4 minutes to go. On that far hash mark, south to north, right to left here at Wildcat Stadium. And they give to Klunder is going to go wide near side, and he breaks one tackle, but then covering up on the defense for the Ponies was Noah Jacobczyk, playing a defensive end spot. And they're going to give Klunder about 1 yard of the play, 4th down and 6 from the Ponies' 17-yard line. And Gus has done a great job of faking. Yeah. Is he keeping the ball or is he handing it off? Gus Klunder on the action, sending man in motion. And on the second man, Tate Sundberg, nothing doing. Good read by the Pony defense. Stepping in to make the step from the linebacker spot. Let's see who is 26. That is Noah Ness. Ness, the defensive end, and the ball goes over on down. So your Ponies. And again, the Pony defense stiffens, bends, but does not break. It is Stillwater football. 1st down and 10 from the 17-yard line. 3:10 to go. Reese Hosh at the controls. High formation, receivers both ways on a strong left. Give to the deep back, and we got a new running back out there. And on the move, getting outside, heading off to the races is Jackson Dunleap. Jackson across midfield inside Eagan territory. New running back out there, clean uniform. Jackson Dunleap, 5'8", 160-pound junior. And Jackson gets midfield, 33-yard pickup, and another Pony 1st down. Unofficially our 20th of the ball game. As the clock hits 30 minutes, or 30 minutes, yeah, 3 minutes to go. And Jackson went out of bounds and stopped the clock. And out of the eye, the deep back again. Dunleap Jackson lowers his shoulders, gets 5, gets 6, gets 7 off the right side of his offensive line. And so 40 yards and 2 carries. Oh, we got a Pony down. We got a Pony down at about the 49-yard line. And there's Caitlin Sunday, our new trainer out there. And it is 2nd down and a 3 from the Eagan Wildcat 43-yard line. And that Pony player is on his back, now getting to his feet. That's Mitch Bankin, and he's up and walking off under his own power. It is a little bit humid tonight, could be cramps. I can see that. He'll work on that calf, I'm sure. Again, we welcome Caitlin Sunday. By the way, I have to give a shout out to Diana Bachlan, the athletic trainer for Eagan. She's a graduate of the athletic training program at Augsburg College. 2nd down, 3, Eagan territory. And Grayson on the handoff. Sweeping far side of Dunleap. And going down. We got a new quarterback out there, Mark Retker, Mark Retker, 5'11", 175-pound junior. The Grayson's night is done. He has thrown for a couple of touchdowns. 3rd down and 1 at the 42-yard line. Mark Rutger, the new quarterback. Ponies, 2nd unit out there on offense. And Rutger on the handoff. Jackson, 1st down. Right up the middle off the left side of his offensive line. And Dunleap at the Eagan 35-yard line. And a pickup of 7. 3 carries for 57 yards. The little guy. 1st and 10, Ponies. With 2:08 to go. 3 touchdowns in the second half, all of the running variety.
1st and 10, Ponies from the Wildcat 35-yard line.
Receivers both ways. The I formation. Got to check out the new fullback out there. Dunleap up the middle, off of blocks. Gets 1, maybe 2 yards before he's pushed back. Get the field glasses out there. And let's see, some of the fullback is Will Gleason. Gleason that fullback, and Will 5'10", 185-pound, and just a sophomore. Mark Rutger at the controls. Tyler Cullen has a wide out to the far side. Receiver to the near side. Rutger handoff. Dunleap. Jackson 1, 2 yards. And he gets the 33-yard line. Pick him up 2, second down and 8. The opponents have used 3 or 4 different running backs tonight. Couple of quarterbacks. They've used about 4 or 5 wideouts. And a complete effort both sides of the ball tonight. And the Ponies may have to run just about one more play. As Mark Cutter center, double tights, he's going to kneel it down. Quarterback will kneel it down. And they don't have a play clock, but do they have to run one more? 30 seconds, 15 seconds and counting. And the Ponies are not even going to break huddle. 2 seconds, 1 second, that's it. And the Stillwater Ponies gain revenge for the loss at home against Eagan last year, 30-13 tonight. Dominating performance, defeating the Wildcats by a score of 36-7. And it is upcoming next. It is the Pony post-game show brought to you by Famous Dave's. And we'll be back with a summary and more in just a bit.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Famous Dave's in Stillwater opens daily at 3 p.m. for Stillwater's best happy hour. $4 nachos, $5 wings, and $2 domestic tall boys. That's 3 to 6 daily at Famous Dave's just north of 36 near Greeley in Stillwater.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Next game for the Wildcats will be next week, Friday, September 9th.
As an independent insurance agency, Ostrowski Insurance has been protecting and serving the community for over 3 decades. John Ostrowski explains the benefits of being independent agents.
Because we represent multiple companies, we are able to customize your business or personal insurance to accommodate your specific needs. My daughter Ashley and I are committed to customer service, building long-term relationships, and providing peace of mind to those we serve.
Ostrowski Insurance offers policy coverage through over 50 companies. We are happy to offer a free, no-obligation quote so we can shop for the best product at the best price.
Ashley and I love to serve the Stillwater area. That is why we are active in the Chamber of Commerce and local community.
And I'm a proud Stillwater pony, so serving my hometown and the surrounding area has a large place in my heart.
Call John and Ashley at the Ostrowski Insurance Agency, 651-439-0019. That's 651-439-0019. Or go to ostrowskiinsurance.com.
And welcome to the Pony Post-Game Show again, brought to you by Famous Dave's up there on Highway 36. And the Ponies led from the outset as Matt Schroedler with a great punt pinned the Eagan Wildcats down at the 1-yard line after an INT by the Pony defense, and the Pony defense counter safety led 2-0. And before the half was over, the Ponies would score twice through the air. Touchdown passes from Grayson Hodge to Ryan Bird, and a touchdown pass from Grayson Hodge to Fisher Jakubski. And the Ponies had a 16-0 lead at halftime. In the second half, again, the Ponies continue with the defense as Austin Murr picked up a pass, set up the Ponies with a first down and goal from the 9-yard line. And a few plays later, it was Mason Green, the first of 2 rushing touchdowns of the second half, makes it 22-0. Tyler's PAT was good. It was 23-0. Eagan would come back and go 65 yards in about 5 plays. Minute 19 off the clock to score is 23-7 after the extra point. But the Ponies would answer after another Austin Murr interception, set them up at the 40-yard line. And in the third quarter, they go 60 yards in 7 plays, just under 3 minutes this time. Here's Matt Cromwell taking it in from 1 yard out after the PAT was 29-7. Eagan had to turn it over on downs once again. And in the first possession of the fourth quarter, the Ponies went to work once again. They go 75 yards in 9 plays in 3.5 minutes. They had 5 first downs in that drive. All 5 first downs were on runs by Mason Green of 10 or more yards. And who did do the honors? Mason took it in from 10 yards out to give the Ponies a 35-7 lead. PAT was good 36-7. So those are the scoring, the offensive highlights, and again the defensive highlights. The Pony secondary, Tommy Bruschi with an INT, Austin Murr with 2, Green Lobster with an interception, the first of the ball game, and Tyler Olson will recover a fumble inside Eagan territory as well. So 36-7 is the final. This is your post-game show brought to you by Famous Dave's. We'll be back and wrap things up here from Wildcat Stadium in just a bit.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Opening every day at 3, Famous Dave's in Stillwater proudly supports the Ponies. When paying your bill, mention that you're a Pony supporter, and a portion of your bill will go to the Stillwater Athletic Department to support the Ponies football. Only at Famous Dave's in Stillwater.
Got a craving in you for Famous Dave's barbecue. Award-winning ribs.
Hi, this is Leslie Jackson, owner of the Pink Moose Boutique in the Valley Ridge Mall. Find your happy place and be comfy, cozy, and chic at the Pink Moose Boutique.
Whether it's the heat of the regular season or the heart of the playoffs, the Ponies always get a boost from playing at home. And State Farm can boost your savings when you combine your homeowner's insurance with your auto coverage. Hi, this is State Farm agent Aaron Runk, former Pony running back and member of the 1995 state championship team. As your local State Farm agent, I'm here to help boost your savings and protect your family from the unexpected. Give me a call at 651-770-1395 to see what my team and I can do for your family. That's 651-770-1395 or go to runkagency.com.
And we're back here at Wildcat Stadium. Time to put a wrap on this first game of 2016. A dominating Pony performance, 36-7. Stillwater home against Roseville next Friday night. And the game will be on 1220 KLBB, Club 1220 KLBB, and also on VAC TV as well, and also online. And so join us then, 6:40 for a Pony pregame show brought to you by Dr. David Wick. And the Pony football program tomorrow here at Eagan. The junior varsity team will be playing, and the B squad will be at home at 4 o'clock to take on the same Eagan Wildcats. Eagan next week around the road as they travel to Lakefield North. And before I wrap it up, run the sponsors, let's check that scoreboard once again. I left off with Tutina Grace Eden Prairie, 17-14 Tutina. Maple Grove leading Osseo 17-13. And it was Centennial over Prior Lake, or at least leading 27-10. And Roseville and Burnsville tied at 14 apiece, and Rosemont leading White Bear Lake by a score of 24-7. I want to thank all of our sponsors who make it all possible. Dr. David Wick, sponsor of our pregame show. Ostrowski Insurance, Stillwater Community Education. Justin Plumbing, sponsors of our halftime show, Famous Dave's. They bring you the postgame show. And also our broadcast list includes State Farm agent Aaron Runk, First National Bank of River Falls, McGarry Carting Insurance, the Youth Service Bureau, Anita White Homes, and Pink Moose Boutique. From engineer, cameraman extraordinaire, Travis Monroe, I'm Tom Urchin. Your final score, Stillwater 36 and Eagan 7 from Wildcat Stadium. Good night, everybody. Hey, we'll talk again.